What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing today? It's your boy, the Bishop, the Goat, my
Yes,
man's
dude.
Trey. How you doing? It is Hump Day here on First Formation. Falling. What's good, Trey? How y'all doing? How you doing this morning? How was your Tuesday, bro?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? How y'all doing, high speeds? It was pretty good, man. Like you said yesterday, kicked off with Fort Polk's intramural sports flag football season.
Mhm.
Couple teams got out there. In my opinion, it was nothing. No one was all that eyebrows, and it was a couple of good games. However, of course, just like the NFL, it's the first week. For the most part, they still got another week, a couple of games to play Thursday. And then as I start to do my the standings and all that type of stuff, you start to see the separation. How was your Tuesday, brother?
It was good, man. I went out there and officiated two games yesterday, a JV game and a varsity game. It was flag middle school games. So I did that yesterday. Um, it was right up the street, like a mile away from my crib, so I didn't have to go far.
Hmm.
So it was cool, man. Got those two games out the way and called it a day, called it a night, and went on about my business
That
for
easy
the most
money.
part. Easy money, man. Easy money. I will say that easy money, easy money. I just wanted to, it is something that I wanted to share with y'all real quick, though. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't mind, man, just something that I really felt like I should share with y'all.
You know what? I know it's some BS, man.
Why it's got to be BS,
I know it's
bro?
some
I
BS.
don't
I
know
know it's some
why
BS
it has to be some BS, man.
because your tone and your tone basically
What?
says it's some BS. So I can
Man, why
only
is it
imagine.
BS though, bro? I don't get it, man. I don't understand. I just want everybody to know, man. I want everybody to get a inkling of what's going
Here
on. You
we
know what I'm saying?
go. This
You know what I'm saying?
dude,
The biggest margin of win. You know what I'm saying? Right here, the biggest blowout of the week. It was your boy right here. 20 plus points. You know what I'm saying? Nobody came close. Mr. CEO talked all that noise about how he had the most points scored. That's cool, fine, and dandy. But your man scored 100. They scored 132 points. I had not only the biggest blowout, but I had the least points scored against my team. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to put that out there right quick as I go 1-0 hit it in the week two. You know what I'm saying? 3-0 in all fantasy leagues. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's all I wanted to do, man. That's it. It wasn't a whole lot of nothing. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of nothing. Let's go.
So
Let's go.
I was looking at it. I took a look at. I see it. One of for Ron's league, Sports and
Mm-hmm.
Shenanigans league. I seen one of the people posted talking about who had the best win, who had the worst win.
I didn't even check it. You know what? Let me see who had the best win. I know it wasn't me because I was
Oh no, it wasn't
that
you.
game. Yeah, because I had a close one. I know
But the
I know
person
mine
with the
was
worst
close.
win, but the person with the worst win, guess who their opponent was?
Who? But he talked about me. I'm coming with the nonsense. You feel me?
I'm just following suit.
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I'm just
Yeah, I
following
know.
suit.
I barely won. Yeah, I won 107 to 102. So I get it. I get it. I can't win them all. I mean, I can win them all, but I mean, I can't, be the best at everything. I mean, I can be the best, but you know what I'm saying? It's just hard, man. It's
What's
very
good,
hard.
AP?
It's
What's
very
going
hard.
on, brother? Good
What
morning.
up,
Good
Anthony?
morning. Good
What's up?
morning.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Did you get your picks in, Trey?
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
I
okay,
got him in. Yeah, it was a hard one.
okay.
It was a
It
hard one.
was, it was, it was. It's a possibility it could roll over again. It definitely could possibly roll over again.
Yeah,
It can definitely do that.
definitely without a
Definitely
doubt.
can do that.
So, so when we get into some topics this morning, of course, it's sports related, but maybe not completely conducive to hardwoods and gridirons. But first and foremost, one that is definitely without a doubt, the WNBA played last night as the ladies graced the court in which it was as we know it's the playoffs,
Hmm.
and there's only two teams left: the Las Vegas Aces and the Connecticut Sun.
Hmm.
There was in game two, in which in game two action, we will Anthony give us a second. I got you. We're gonna get to that.
Talk
Uh,
about
in,
how.
ga- in
Oh,
game
go ahead.
two, the Aces showed their dominance. getting the W 85-71, led by, of course, um, none other than Asia Wilson, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. Kelsey Blum
Mhm.
contributed with 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. 21 points from Chelsea Gray, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. They led the way for the Las Vegas Aces organization. Uh, Not to be completely outdone, but like I said, it basically was a 14-point W. Um, Courtney Williams led the Suns with 18 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Jonquel Jones at center, 16 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and 13 points, 3 rebounds, or 4 assists from Alyssa Thomas. Um, Basically, the WNBA finals are a best of 5 series. So, with the Las Vegas Aces taking their second W at home, they currently lead the series 2-0 and can sweep it in tomorrow or as the day after tomorrow with the W in Connecticut. Now Connecticut has an opportunity to pay back the favor if they get the two W's at home, and then they go to a winner takes all series back in Las Vegas. It remains to see how that's going to go. The Aces just one game away from winning their first Women's National Basketball Association title, bringing a title back home to Las Vegas. It won't be the first, because I think the Las Vegas Knights won. Golden Knights won their first in their inaugural year, won the NHL championship. So he'll basically be bringing home another championship to the Las Vegas area. Um Professional championship, because we got to keep in mind the Running Rebels was dominating for a while. So the NCAA championships have been a staple there at one point many years ago. However, but the Aces have their opportunity. So uh, if y'all get a chance, check out that game. Get the viewership up so it continue to do good things for the WNBA. Of course, what is the hotness in the NBA, Bishop?
Mm.
Phoenix owner Robert Sarver suspended from
Oh, yeah.
from all league operations with and a $10 million fine for the investigation with the Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury, as it was determined that the owner Sarver, between the two teams, used the N word at least 5 times
Yeah.
when recounting to others. Now we're gonna get to that in a second, but I'll finish off this list of what he allegedly did. He also had inequitable treatment towards female employees, which entailed sexual related comments or inappropriate comments on employees' appearances, as well as demeaning employees by yelling or cursing at them. Now, the um, the investigation found no evidence of racially or racist or gender based proclivity, so it wasn't. Hence the reason why he probably wasn't banned, and he was just suspended for a year from all operations, as well as not lose his team like the Clippers owner did. So recounting. When we said recounting, basically we talking about he didn't say the N word as he was the front runner, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? F that, you know what I'm saying? Or it was basically he was reverberating something in which he heard, and that's when he was saying the N word.
Wow. Yeah, that was big. That was big talk yesterday on all of the sports networks about him. The fine. I think he's getting a $10 million fine, right?
10 million.
Yeah, $10 million fine, and he's out for the whole entire year. But it is said that he made a few um, comments about the whole situation in which he felt he feels as though that was
uh,
unwarranted.
unwarranted, but he does take
Yeah,
responsibility for what he
ability.
did.
Yeah,
But like you said, he feels like that everything wasn't basically, in my opinion, where I hear it, even when you're saying that, Bishop. Basically, what I'm hearing is I did do some of that, but I ain't do all that.
right,
And you
right.
try and you put
Basically,
it on me. I did some of it, but
right,
I ain't don't. You ain't gonna put all that on me. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
But
Like
he's
he doing a Nino Brown. He doing a Nino Brown. If I'm going down, we all going
we
down in
all
this
finna
joint.
go down. Uh,
Yeah, if I'm going down, we all going down. So I'm
So
cool.
so of course with the suspension and the $10 million fine, contract fee, a couple of other things he has to do to be in compliance during the suspension. Um,
Hmm.
he cannot be present at any of the NBA or WNBA team facilities,
Nope.
including any office, arena, or practice facility. Um, he can't. He has to attend or participate in. He cannot attend or participate in any NBA or WNBA events or activity, including games, practices, businesses, partners or activities. He cannot represent the Suns or Mercury in any public private capacity. He cannot have any involvement with the business or basketball operations of the Suns or the Mercury. He cannot have any involvement in the business, governance, or activities of either the NBA, WNBA, including attending or participating in meetings or either league boards and their associated committees. He cannot. He must complete a training program focused on respect and appropriateness conduct of the workplace. The Suns and Mercury organization must also fulfill a series of requirements for the workplace improvements set forth to be monitored by the NBA, uh, and that will, of course, will be have them have to conduct regular anonymous workplace culture surveys and responding to surveys resulting in specific plans. Immediately report to the league any instances of allegations of significant misconduct of any of the employees for a period of 3 years. They must provide league with regular reports related to steps taken by the organization to address any requirements, as well as follow league directions of remediation and improvement in the workplace to issues as they raise. So basically, a lot going on. In state is the investigation also basically came uncovering instances of the workplace and misconducts that basically was not that done by Solver. So basically, it's a workplace position problem all across the board. It wasn't just the owner that was doing this stuff. It's prevalent across the whole in the whole building as a
Mm.
people employed under him. So hence the reason why it wasn't all just targeted towards him. And which, like you was just saying, Bishop, maybe it wasn't like, oh, it ain't just me. You ain't gonna just
Mm-hmm.
you ain't just gonna hit me
That
with the
neat.
yeah,
Yeah, that Nino
that Nino
Brown. I
Brown.
told you. Yeah, yeah. Sounds like it. Because again, because he's the owner, right?
Yeah, he's the owner.
Right. So, obviously, I'm sure, um, people saw his
How you got down?
indiscretions.
Hmm.
Yeah, and didn't, you know what I'm saying? And why
It's
did
like
I mean,
if he do it, he has already to do it.
right, that part, that
Hmm.
part, that whole part.
It
So that's
sounds
what I'm
like,
saying.
yeah, honestly, it sounds like he was just. It honestly sounds like he was the person that seen certain things, like certain things, or try to be someone to fit in, or whatever case like that. In which that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
always go. Like he, it sounded like he wanted to be one of those invited to the barbecue. Basically,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's what it
Mm-hmm.
sounded like. It sounded like
Gotcha.
he likes barbecue.
He said he likes barbecue.
That's what
Yeah.
it sounded like. And he wants to be invited. Uh, so, but you know, what I'm saying, but again, you know, what I'm saying stuff like that. Some things you just can't do as a professional. I was having a conversation with me and Jackie talking about yesterday when we was discussing and going over. Uh, we was talking about some things that like how sometimes professionalism.
Right.
You try to get down with people and interact with but if you're a certain stature or a certain, you know what I'm saying, like us being in the military,
Right.
we all know, especially when we used to go turn up at truck house, that there was a lot of different ranks. You know what I'm saying? That was all at the house: master sergeant, sergeant first class, warrant
Right.
officers, privates, PFCs, and stuff like that. So as a organization, as a a facility, you know what I'm saying, we'll go have
Mhm.
fun and stuff like that. But
Right.
when we get back to that building, we know it's, you know what I'm saying, it's business as usual. And some people have to have the ability to recognize like, hey, you know, this is business, this is it's play. But you can't be that person as the person at the helm always about on your in your play in play mode, and you have to know
Right.
how to set the boundaries.
Right. Right.
Uh, let me see. So now let me see, where was that at? Some conversation we can have because we got plenty of NFL conversation to have. Um, let's get to this, Bishop. And I hate having to get to
This
this.
NFL talk.
Yeah, some NFL talk. So I hate having to get to this, man, because I could imagine. I'm not going to even say what this outcome is going to be, but I could imagine what it's going to be. So I'm just going to get right to it, um,
Mhm.
and say, um, let's say the odds was not in the favor, honestly. But Denver head coach Hackett did come forth and say that he should have went for it.
Ah.
Look at this guy. Y'all see how his face lit up? This is ridiculous. All the stuff I got to put
Yeah,
with
you
up
know
on
why
here.
he said that? You know why he said that?
Oh
Because
my
they look
goodness.
back at the percentages. It
Yeah,
was a
and I.
17% chance of him making that.
But
While
additionally,
Russell Wilson was 46% for making a fourth down conversions with 4 than 5 or less out.
also the when you look at the stats from last year, the NFL as a whole was a 48%, or had 48% on conversions from 4th and 5, basically. So we're going to break this down even a little further. From my perspective, I'm going to break it down for what I think of that. But of course,
Mhm.
Brandon McManus is, of course, as we talked about yesterday. Yesterday, prior to the kick, he was 1 of 4, which is
Mm.
25% on field goals over 60 yards. Of course, yesterday he didn't make it, so that put him at
Right.
a one. Well, Monday night he didn't make it. That put him at 1 of 5, which reduced him to 20%, from 60% or
Mhm.
more. Uh, in essence, only two kickers from between 1960 and present have completed a 64-yarder. And you know what I'm saying? And then of course was also takes into consideration, which you don't really take that in consideration. And in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, it really is a foreshadow, you know what I'm saying, afterthought thing is the longest field goal completed in Lumen Field or Seattle Stadium has been 56 yards. Record is 56 yards because of the way the stadium
Yeah,
is built. Yeah.
I said that too. The way the open dome, all I
hmm
said all of
It
these
allows,
things.
yeah, the same way. So the same way it
Yes.
builds that echo and
Yes.
the aesthetic, not the aesthetics, the audibles and stuff like that in the stadium because of the design. It also puts a hindrance on the wind factors and stuff like that in the stadium. It whips around and all that type of stuff. So um but so this is but I still have my stats. I know, yay, again. So but I still stand on the fact that I still stand on the fact that 48% is less than 50. So you're not even at a point to where you're a 50, a possible win-win
No, you round
situation.
up. You
No,
round up
here you
50-50.
go
You
with that
round up.
again.
You
That is
round
not
up.
a round-up
Yes,
situation.
yes, it
That
is. It's a
is not a
50-50
round-up.
chance. You
No,
round
that's
that
a
up,
48%
dude.
chance.
No, it's still 50-50. You still 50-50 chance, bro. That's just like your 50-50 chance. Like so let me ask you this, Trey. So your odds of winning the lotto,
hmm
say it was only 100 people playing the lotto,
hmm
and you out of the one of the, so there's a 50-50 chance that you could win, or say 48, to say 108 people. There's a 48% chance that you can win that lotto. 48%. That's 50-50. You have a
No,
great chance of winning that
that's not
lotto.
50-50.
Oh
That's
my God,
that
bro.
is no way close in any form, shape, or form. 50-50 chance. You
Bro,
have your odds are better then are closer to 50-50 than they are
What?
away,
Let me
but
see.
it's
Let
not
me ask you this.
50-50.
Okay. What's
That's like we have
what,
raffles
what's
every
what we do every
we
every
have
crossing, right?
raffles every crossing, we have raffles,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So because if you play $100 worth of tickets, which usually comes out to be about anywhere from 25 to 20 tickets, and I play $5 worth of tickets, which is only $20 in tickets, which might come out to be $5.
Mm-hmm.
Are you saying that I have a 50-50 chance of winning still? Because this
No, no, we got it. No,
exactly
but
because
we got
you have put in more than I have. But
no,
chances are I
right.
can still win even with you having 20 tickets.
Yeah, one person putting buying one ticket has a chance to win.
Yeah,
It's just a lower percentage of
a
winning.
lower percentage,
Right,
exactly.
right, absolutely. However, the fact of the matter that we're talking about kickers, which are one kicker per team.
Mhm.
You got 32 kickers.
Mhm.
Out of those 32 kickers, 50% of them would have made what are we talking about? 50%,
16.
48%. Right.
16, no, 16, basically like 13 15 to 14 kickers would have made that, could have made that kick. I mean, not could have made that, but in essence will make a kick.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Yeah, possibly. Right. So, with that being said, again, when it's all said and done, that wasn't the smartest move on that coach.
So this is why I say
Because
it
it was
was.
the
I hate the fact
specific
that
of
he's
making a
backtracking.
fourth, because he knows. He
No,
knows.
he's
Listen,
doing
he
that because
does
the
know.
media,
No,
y'all apply pressure.
no,
That's
don't
y'all
get me
media
wrong.
people apply pressure,
Don't get
and that's what
y'all
y'all
media. Oh,
did.
like you ain't
Yes,
media. Like you ain't
yes.
media.
I'm
Like you
I'm
ain't
for
media.
him. I'm standing. You know what? I'm standing
Like you ain't media.
I'm standing
But
feet concrete in the pavement.
don't get me
I
wrong.
don't think he
I
was
get
wrong.
you. I get you. I get you. Don't get me wrong. Media did play a part on why he's backtracking and whatnot. I get that. That's true. But when he probably did look at the percentages, and
Yeah, I get
especially
that.
being that it was Russell Wilson and his percentage on converting fourth downs and fives in his career, that percentage was way better than the percentage of his kicker. And hindsight, we all know hindsight is 2020.
Hmm.
When it's all said and done, the percentage of him getting that fourth and five was greatly higher than his kicker making that field goal. Greatly higher, from a 17% to a 48, 45. I think it was 45% for
So
Russell Wilson.
this is what I think about it. And I hear what you're saying. And like at this point, we're having a conversation. So this is
Right.
what I think about it, right? 48%. I understand Bishop continues to say it's a 50-50, but 48% at 48%, that does not, I just look at it as, we know the McManus has one of the strongest legs in the NFL, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with him having one of the strongest legs in the NFL, it was a possibility that he could make the 64-yard field goal,
Yeah.
which
He had,
would have
he
gave
had one
which
of those lot of tickets.
yeah,
Yeah.
which would have given them the win, and they would have walked off the field with the W.
Victorious. Yeah.
Yes, at 48%, which is less than 50% of our opportunity to make the first down. Had they
Mm-hmm.
had gotten the first down, they would have been able to call a timeout and continue to try to, which would have made Madness's field goal. Probably would have made the field goal if they had gotten
And his
whatever that
percentage
was.
was definitely went up. Yeah.
Yeah, five.
Compared to the first
Five. Yeah, because five. Well, they would just put him outside of the 60-yard. So it was, but he would have basically probably made it 59,
But
58 yard. He would have probably
right.
nailed it.
But not
Oh
only that,
well,
and all depend. And then again, Trey. Again, we also got to remember
because we just
all
said
this happened
56 is the record for a field goal
in that
in
stadium.
Lumen
In that
Field. Yeah.
stadium.
So
Right.
it maybe he would
However,
not.
right. But however, we talking about the fact that if they would have went for it, like you're talking about right now, if they
Mm-hmm.
didn't went for it, got the first, possibly depending on the whole situation, there's a whole lot of variables in that. Whether they'd have got the first, whether they'd have got out of bounds to stop the clock again, they still had 2 timeouts. So it was possible they lost. They wasted a great deal of game clock as well as play clock.
If you stop
It's great
encouraging this
possible. Like I
dude,
said, they probably could have got just like in school. They around that 48
stop it. Stop it.
Anthony's though. So it was a possibility that the Denver Broncos could have got at least 2 more plays out of that. At least.
If they had, but I think they were
Right.
playing for the field goal. Hence the
Right.
reason why the clock.
Which is
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, why the
Which is
play?
cool.
Why, yeah.
Which I'm not mad at that. You should play
But
to
if they
win.
went for it, they probably would have went earlier in the clock, so that way they could have
Right.
more time to get closer and closer.
Right.
But
Closer and
again, I,
closer.
I don't think, like you
Right.
said, hindsight is I don't think they knew those stats or whatever case like that in which they
Right.
needed to, because all they knew is that
Mhm.
he McManus said he wanted 46 yards.
Right.
He
They
wanted on the
said, yeah.
46-yard line on
Russell
the
said that.
right
Yep.
hash, and
Right.
that was what the game plan was even before
Right.
the drive even started. Which that was in state, like we can get what we go get, but and ideally we need 46-yard line. So when they got it, when they started letting the clock run, and you're saying, but even then, they go back to what I was saying. Had they went for 4th and 6, 4th and 5, and not gotten it, it would have ended the game. So that's
Right.
why I think in state is yes, they could have continued to push to go for it, but in that situation, I think going for it was not the best. At that particular time when they looked at it, it was ideally for them to go ahead and push it. But of course, hindsight, had they when they was at 47 seconds, if they went ahead and pushed the rock and went for it, then it might have made the difference. I mean, okay, got that part. So, but
Right.
Hackett don't Daniel Hackett don't go back. Don't backtrack. You did what you did. You
No,
made the call.
it's okay. No,
Yeah,
don't
you
listen to
made
that,
the
Hackett.
call.
You did
You
right.
made the call.
You made the call, but it's okay to say you made a mistake on your
Nah,
part.
don't say that.
It,
Don't give
yes,
these
you're
trolls the
human.
opportunity.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay for you to say you made a mistake, that you probably should have went for it on that 4th and 5 instead of going for that 64-yard field goal to
I
try
tell
to
you
tie
what,
it.
Trey wouldn't have said that out loud.
I know you wouldn't. I know
No.
you wouldn't.
It would have been. It would have. I would have said it to you because somehow it would have got back into the news, and I would have been looking at you like, really, like it won't no one but me and you in this room, and how you just sold my statement to the. It's like, how much did you make? How much did you make, Bishop?
Let me get my cut. Let me get my cut.
How much did you make? Like really?
Yeah,
But I'm not
man.
saying that out loud. That's that. I'm not. It wouldn't be. I wouldn't have said it for anyone else to know, unless
Right.
it would have to been leaked. It's like, you know what I'm saying. So of course,
Mhm.
but yeah, I wouldn't have said that. I probably would. That probably would have been a conversation with me and myself in the mirror. Like, you know what? You should have
I
went. You
should
should have went
I
for it.
should went for it. But hindsight, like we said, is 2020. You live and you learn. I'm sure he won't make that mistake again throughout the season. If it
I'm
comes
sure he
up,
will. I'm
you
sure he
say
will.
sure he will. No, I think he learned from it, man.
Because
I think
now he's going to second. Now he's going to second guess himself.
he is. He
Now he's going to be
probably
second
is.
guessing himself.
His career, he's 1-5 for over 60. He is. He is. He's one and
But you
five for
know
over
what?
60.
Honestly,
His
you know, what I'm
longest
saying
is
I see.
61.
Yeah, I see
His
that
longest is
after you
61.
put that up, but even then, the one he made, he had to go for it. Like you don't get those stats from
Without going for it.
unless you
Right.
attempt it. So it just so
Right.
happen he's on the opposite side. Should he be should he be up rounded up to 40%? I'm just asking Bishop and Athletes.
No,
Should he up
I'm
around the
saying, man, yeah.
40%?
Yeah. I mean, you can if you
I was
want
just
to. I
asking.
mean,
I mean, he's
yeah.
at
I mean, it
20%
makes sense.
now. Could he
I mean,
round up to 20% and 40%?
I mean, hey,
Oh,
I don't
something
know.
else.
Coach Hackett, I mean, he learned. I'm sure he learned. If he's in that predicament again this season,
For me, what I
I'm
take
sure
from this is
he'll
what I
change.
would do from now on. And this is the only thing I would say that was learned from that. If I was hacking, this is what I would do.
Mm,
Analytics. Hey,
mm.
someone get me the stats and statistics on field goal
This
kicking.
segment, in
Yeah,
this segment,
in this stadium, yada yada yada. And that's what we going with. That's how we getting
mm.
down. So that way I have the so you know what I'm saying that's the only
You have
thing I would
all
say
the
I would have
information.
learned from that.
But you
So I
say
know
that,
the
Trey.
information.
But see, you say that, Trey. But as a coach, it's so much going on for you to sit there and have the time to have somebody do that for you, man. It's
But
a
that's game
lot.
planning. So that's
Yeah,
you said it wasn't no
but
good
that's game plan.
turns.
Yeah, I get it. I know, I get what you're saying, but you got so much stuff going on, especially when your game is so close. You're calling you got people calling plays, you got people asking you questions. Hey, coach, what do you want to do with this? Hey, coach, what play do you want to run the ball? Do you want to pass the ball? We only got this much time left, so forth and so on. So you got a lot of things, and then you got your quarterback probably talking to you, saying things. You got the people from the booth talking to you, saying because you know you got your headsets, so they asking you a bunch of things. So to probably do something like that. I'm not saying it's impossible and it can't be done, but that's probably like one of the furthest things that's from your mind at the time to
True
try and
that,
get
but
those
that's like you
affirmations.
just said. You just said something key. You got those people who are talking to you in this
Mm-hmm.
situation. I need to
Mm-hmm.
see whoever that is, and hopefully they're in the booth or they're on the
Well, I'm
sideline.
sure it's the
I need
offensive
them.
coordinator and the
Yeah,
defensive coordinator for the
yeah,
most
yeah,
part.
because they should have that information already. So
Right.
whoever, someone who has collected this information in this particular instance, like you said, the offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator who was there to put that to basically have that person has already provided the information. They know in this game plan situation, this is what we're looking at. Hey, coach, this is what we got. You know, what I'm saying yada yada yada, and and I gotta have that information. Cause
Mm-hmm.
saying, cause I mean, it's easy for him to be like to hear, like you say, hear all the noise and all that type of stuff, all
Mm-hmm.
the noise, and be like, cause I
Mm-hmm.
know me as a coach, I'm like, yo, chill for a
Yeah.
second, and
Yeah.
then
Because it'd be
and then I'm talking,
chaotic. It's
yeah,
chaotic on
and
the
then you be like,
sideline when
hey,
it's like that.
where's the numbers for yada yada yada? Okay, what we looking at? You know what
And
I'm
it's
saying? Get it?
crazy. It's crazy we talking about that, Trey, because even last night when I was officiating those the middle school games and JV games and stuff like that last night, the coach was over there. It was chaotic on the sideline with the kids. You know what I'm saying? It was chaotic. It was at one point he had to yell at me. He's like, "Hey, y'all be quiet. I'm trying to think." He was like, "Y'all be quiet. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think." Because they was getting blown out. That second game, the varsity game, the team won 50-6
Oh,
in flag football. Yeah, so it
that's
was
not the game
chaotic.
that you talk about, are you? He was trying to think about a 56
Yeah,
blowout.
he was. He was because they couldn't do nothing with the ball. It was his team that was losing 50-6. Yeah, it was his. Yeah, he was losing. His team won. His team won. The same coach that coached the JV game, coached the varsity game.
Okay,
His JV team won, but
okay,
his varsity team got blown out.
okay.
Got blown out the water. So he was over there. He was like, "Man, y'all be quiet. I can't think. I can't think." Because to go from winning your JV game to go to getting blown out in your varsity game, like, and it sound and for me, for what it sounded like, from what I was hearing, the plays in which he was calling from the sideline, it was the same plays. He didn't change
Mm,
up the verbiage. At least he didn't change up the verbiage. So he was calling the same plays that he called in the JV game in the varsity game.
mm.
So obviously they weren't working. So now he's again, like I said, now he's like, "Y'all be quiet. I gotta think. I gotta think. I gotta think. I can't hear myself think." The chaos, the chaos going on the sideline, and I'm sure it's way more chaotic on the NFL sideline because you got 60 some players. I don't know, a plethora of coaches, trainers, all that is going on. Then you got the fans. It's a lot going on, bro. But
Was
I'm
it?
saying it can't be done. Can't be
Yeah,
done
I'm very
overnight.
sure. Like you said, I'm very sure it can be
Yeah.
done. In state is, but
If I was him, I was like, and
if I
to
was
go
him,
off
I'll
of what
call up
you were
some of
saying,
my I'll call up some of my JV players next game. Like,
but you couldn't know
I
because
know
Trey,
not in the game. They had to already
no,
be.
no, no, not only that, but the size difference.
Oh,
Oh my god, bro,
it was different,
bruh,
completely
just
different.
yeah, bruh. Oh my
Well,
god,
that's
like
why it
these
wasn't
varsity.
working. He was overmatched.
No, I'm saying the size difference from his JV team compared to his varsity team.
Oh,
Like the height difference, bro. It was a kid on a varsity team. I promise you, bro. He was 6'4". I was like, and they threw a jump ball to him, and he snatched it out there. But what I was saying is, if I was him, this is what I do. Just
mhm.
going off of what you just said, and I think any coaches that may be listening, this might be a great idea, especially when it comes to football or anything. I would designate an individual, no matter what, a designated individual for those analytics prior to the game. Hey, I need you to give me the stats on all these certain areas,
Mhm.
field goals, red zone in this area, weather, whatever it may be, the win difference. They would be the analytical person
You know what,
for
Bishop? It's
all
funny
that.
you say that because those things like the same things that I said were factors in a certain game from yesterday. But because it's my particular team,
There
I
we,
was simply
you know
shoulder
what?
drug
I was
for
this
that.
close about to. I was this close not to say weather because I
You
knew
was sitting
he was gonna
you
bring
could have
this
said
up. I
wood. You could
knew,
have said wood, and I would have knew you was about to say women, and I still would have
I
still been like.
knew,
That's why I
I
was like, when you
knew,
said it, I was like, okay, you know
I
what I'm saying?
knew, I knew.
These
As
sound
soon,
like
as soon
factors
as I said
that make
weather,
a
it
difference.
came out
But
my
go ahead.
mouth.
Please go
As
ahead
soon
and
as it
continue
came
on
out,
because it's
as
gonna
soon
come
as
up
it came out
again.
my mouth,
It's gonna come
I
up
wanted
again.
to.
But go ahead,
I
please,
wanted to
please
be like
continue
him.
to
I wanted to
finish.
retract that. I wanted to retract that statement. I wanted to bring that
It's in
back.
the
It was
stratosphere
too
too,
late.
but it was too late. You could have said woo,
I
and
knew.
I would have been like, yeah, whatever. I know.
I
Go
knew.
ahead.
I knew. I knew it. I knew it. They calling that game the Super Bowl. That's what everybody calling that game right now. They that 49er in that Chicago game, they call it the Super Bowl because of all the how the weather and how the field was. But again, nobody had an advantage. Everybody had to do what they had to play in the
No,
same way.
no, there was an
Everybody had to
advantage. Home
Trey,
advantage.
do you
Home
hold on.
field
Don't
advantage.
Chicago? No, don't. So a lot of these teams, excuse me. As a matter of fact, I know they do. A lot of these teams have domes for practice fields outside of outdoor fields.
Hmm.
When it rains like that, they're not practicing in that because the coaches can't get a real feel on what they're looking at because of the inclement weather. They're not practicing in that. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times where they may practice to get with a wet ball because I know coaches who actually put wet balls, dip them in trash cans full of water to get the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, and the running backs and the center used to handling a wet ball. So I think Trey Lance is different. He never
You know
played in
what?
bad weather.
Let me see if I can
Stop
get
it,
you.
Anthony.
I'm gonna
Stop
see.
it, Anthony. He came from
No,
he
he's trying to
came
be
from North
funny.
Dakota.
He's trying to be
Yeah, he
funny.
came from North Dakota State. Come on,
Let me
bro. He
see.
played in bad weather before. It's been freezing out there in North Dakota State. He played in way worse than what he played in yes the past weekend. Way worse. Way worse. But I mean, for most of these NFL teams, they have two practice fields. They have an indoor field and an outdoor field for the most part. So, and I know this for a fact because there's a guy I follow on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, on YouTube. He's a he's a he's a well, Sooner player. He plays for the Oklahoma Sooners. I think he's a kicker, but he vlogs his whole basically
Mhm.
his whole season, and it's like the vlog of a D1 college player. He vlogs his whole season, and so I watched one of his vlogs where he showed where he vlogs the whole entire thing of his day, and it showed where he said, "Hey, coach said we're not practicing outside because of the weather. We're playing inside the dome today." So I know they do this, and everybody got excited and stuff like that. It was like we're not practicing outside because it's raining too hard or whatever. We're gonna practice in the dome. So I know they do this. Don't get me wrong. Some coaches want to get acclimated to the weather and stuff like that because you can't do that in all situations when it comes to games because they're going to be outdoor games. But for the most part, I don't think it's an advantage. I don't really feel like it was an advantage for Justin Fields or anybody from the Chicago team because they was playing in that type of weather. I just feel like they when it comes to being prepared, the 49ers weren't prepared for that weather, which I'm sure they didn't know it was going to be like that. I ain't gonna lie. When I was playing in overseas, when I was playing in Germany, I hate it. Man, if I woke up on Sunday, because we played on Sundays, if I woke up on Sunday and I seen it cloudy and thought it looked like it was about to rain, man, I used to be pissed. I was like, man, come on, man. Because I knew it was going to be a sloppy game. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get the traction in which I needed or what I wanted. I knew the ball was going to be slippery, things of that nature. I hated playing in that. A lot of people love to play in that. They say that's the best time to play football when it's slippery and all of that, so forth. It's on you. Some people even say, some coaches say that really shows who can play the game. But me personally, I prefer not to, man. I really prefer not to. I do. You have to practice that playing ball. West Coast versus East Coast is different. Absolutely. Without question, Anthony. I truly believe that. I truly. What up, Pete? What up, Eric? What up? What up? What up? What up? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. You missed the beginning where I showed, you was talking all that about you had scored the most points in fantasy in our inaugural, you know, first formation fantasy football. You did score the most points, Eric. You did really did. But your man also allowed the most points, almost two, I think. Second to the most. Or was no, your man. Yes, second to the most. You allowed the most points by anybody. But I, Eric, had the biggest blowout of the week. Just so you know. I didn't know if you knew that. Okay, just wait. Just wondering. Yeah,
No, he missed the fact of you. You admitted that roof plays a factor in.
I did.
That's
I did not admit
you
it. I did
did.
not. I said
Everyone
no.
heard.
I said I did not. I said that I would have a person who would do the analytics to ensure that if we are playing if we're playing away especially if we play away, because it definitely doesn't matter if we play at home because we should know all the analytics at our home field. But the away games, learn to know or learn or to find out whether or not certain situations, like we talked about field goals in domes and things of that nature, wind direction, how it swirls in domes and maybe affects certain things here and there. Maybe even the turf, the field itself. Do they have any problem or discrepancies on the field at certain stadiums in which you're playing it? Even me, excuse me, when I was playing again overseas, when it came down to it, man, some fields we played on, man, we was grass was about as high as our a little higher than our ankles when we playing out there. Then we had some fields we was playing on turf, playing in the actual like a stadium or a soccer stadium overseas. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You play your games where you have to play your games. Don't get me wrong, but it is what it is. What every time I still won and will beat you. So what's your point? We gonna see, Eric. You talking? The thing is, we ain't gotta wait. It's coming up. It's coming up. That's the thing. It's coming up, Eric. We gonna see. It briefs well though. It briefs real well, like Eric Dixon. Like looks like Eric Division is a powerhouse. I want to say, how you gonna call it a powerhouse because of 1 week? Y'all, yeah, these high scores is 149 that Eric got. Really? He probably won't get close to 149 ever again. Good luck to you, fella. Good luck to you as well, fella. We gonna see. Eric probably won't get 149 the rest of the fantasy season. Probably won't even come close to 149. Won't come close. Again, and again, I in this league, I think this one I think I had one or two people that didn't even play for me. If I'm not mistaken, don't worry about it though. I ain't mad. Why would I be mad, Eric? I won. Why am I mad? I didn't lose. I won for all purposes. We're tied. You're 1-0 and I'm 1-0. This weekend, somebody gonna be mad. This weekend, somebody's gonna be mad, and it's probably gonna be you.
He said you
How am I
gonna lose
lose
twice.
twice? No, I'm not. Oh, you talking about my Eagles? And no, I'm not. You gonna lose twice. We finna. The bad thing is what you fail to realize. You know, Eric, y'all coming to Philly. Y'all coming to Lincoln Financial, baby. Y'all coming to Lincoln Financial. Y'all coming home, bro. We not losing that game. We not losing that game. We are not. And just you the same guy. You the same guy think. Or that's what you talking about. You talking about my Sooners gonna lose to Nebraska? Is that what you talking about too? My Sooners gonna lose to Nebraska too? Not gonna happen.
I got you, bro. Like I said,
Yeah.
if I win, someone get a drug. It's like I said, someone, one of y'all is going to get the business. You know what? You know what? They actually don't play. It happens like that because somehow, some way, even if disregard. Just I ain't gonna
Yeah,
even.
yeah, because Trey know, because if San Francisco lose
Yeah, it's
and
going. It's like
USC, well, no, who USC got this week?
we not losing.
Y'all losing. Who y'all got this week?
We play a better opponent than y'all do. We
No,
play
y'all do
Fresno. We
not.
play
No,
we
y'all.
play Fresno
How do y'all
State.
you get who? That is
Fresno
not a
State.
better appointment. That is not a better appointment than Nebraska, bro. They are not.
You know what? I hope
They are.
Nebraska get the. You know what? You're right because Nebraska should get the W. I can't wait till Nebraska get the W.
They're not going to get the W. What y'all think should happen is not going to happen. I'm just know that that's not going to happen. But I feel you. You done talking to me for this week? Eric said he done talking to me for this. You're gonna be done next week too, because after Saturday it starts. So Saturday it starts. Monday is a long Monday. Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah, for sure.
So it reference like it continues to be a consistent thing in what you're talking about with these surgeries and these accidents and injuries. Of course, it was stated that T.J. Watt will
Won't.
not get surgery on his torn pectoral muscle. He is
Mhm,
expected to be out 6 weeks. Uh, in which we're going to get to a couple of more, Bishop. But since this is the first one,
mhm.
what do you think about these these probabilities of getting these players back prior to when you're looking
Oh,
at when you think about
I
getting
hope
these
it don't
players.
bite him in the butt, man. I really
Mm,
do. Because
mm,
you talking about TJ. They talk about he
mm-hmm,
doesn't need surgery.
mm-hmm,
But that's a pectoral muscle tear. I've
mm-hmm.
never had that type of
Didn't his
tear.
brother have one? Isn't that
I
one of
want
the
to
things
say
that kept his brother out?
JJ. Yeah, I want to say JJ had the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So, uh, I don't know, man. For me, I know
They
for
would hate me because I'm like, nah, fam, I'm good.
no, you can't do that though, Trey. Just
Why not?
that's like because you're on a contract, like you like to say, contract.
That contract,
You
and
like to,
there's no one
no.
there's
Like just like
no.
the army. No, just like the army. Just like the army. You can't tell the army what you not gonna do.
I will.
You okay?
It's not.
You
It's
will,
not.
but you gonna pay the
It's not that
consequences.
you can't. You
Yeah,
can
you gonna
do
pay. I just said
anything you want.
you can
Yeah.
do what you want, but when you do what your collar or your chest can handle, gotcha. But see, in the NFL, the same thing. They don't give you a 48-56 or nothing like that. They find you. They take money out your pocket
You're
because you
not
choose
gonna
not
sit
to
up
do
and
that.
make me come back from a injury
Bro, you're under
sooner than that.
contract. You haven't read the
They
contract.
could
I
they
don't know
could
what's all
apply
in. I don't know what's
pressure.
entailed in it.
They could apply pressure,
Just like
but
you do when you're soldiers. It'll behoove of you.
yes,
It'll
yes, true
behoove of
that.
you.
And they
Yeah,
make that
it'll
decision. Like
behoove
I
of you.
said, that soldier, I
Right.
told that soldier, you need to get your butt to this motor pool right now. And she told me, negative, Sergeant. I'm going to help out my husband.
Right. What
Cool.
did you feel? How
I
did you feel like? Yeah, yeah.
I couldn't
Uh-huh.
get off the phone fast enough to get that text
Yeah.
to the first sergeant. Like this
Right.
soldier, like you know what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
okay, you know what I'm saying. I've self had it before a few times where a soldier
Yeah.
has done what they wanted to do.
Wanted to do.
Cool
Right.
that.
And you
I'm going to
it's
do what I
same
got to do.
same thing, Trey. Tell Bishop that nice. That's a nice.
You know what? That's funny. I'm thinking the same thing. I was like, that's a nice piano. That's like the whole
Y'all say no
Fourier.
surgery. I wouldn't trust that.
Is that oak? Is it like the table?
Yeah, you stupid. No surgery. I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah,
I'm just telling, man. Them with the deck coming back early, man. These things, man, in my opinion, are crazy. There's no way. And I feel
that.
like doesn't surgery. I'm not a doctor. I'm
Mm-hmm,
not a physician.
mm-hmm.
But doesn't surgery and I'm just thinking in my opinion, doesn't surgery have a probability most times, I'm gonna say most times, of the injury recovering better earlier with surgery compared to no surgery? Because I feel like when you don't do surgery, we all know our bodies are a freak of nature. They do certain things that God has allowed our bodies to be able to do without having surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And we know sometimes our body can heal itself. Well, a lot of times our bodies can heal itself. It does it with or without surgery. And of course, in this case for TJ, they're allowing his body
To
to
do
heal itself.
naturally heal self. Mm-hmm.
Right, naturally heal itself. However, when you don't have surgery, okay, surgery kind of like speeds up the process. I feel like in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of put in foreign things to help your body speed up the recovery process. So, in my opinion, I would think it would be more detrimental for not having the surgery because
The guy from Ashley's.
man, man, if y'all don't get off my background, bro,
Oh
I'm
my
just
goodness.
saying, man, I feel like not having the surgery is going to prolong the the injury, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
Oh,
the
like it's gonna
whole
make it.
process.
It's gonna make it go a
Right,
little longer, a little further,
right,
because
right.
like you say, the recovery. You're technically you're doing it's like a double. You're recovering from the surgery and what was being worked on. You know, what I'm saying all. You know, what I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
it all. So I can completely understand, like because even without the surgery, you let the body naturally heal itself, but I'm very sure that takes time as well.
Right,
And
right.
yeah,
It's
and
because it's on its own. Because when it comes to the body, it's on its own time schedule.
hmm
It depending on. I'm sure he's not going to be able to move. Like I've never
hmm
had a pectoral muscle tear, so I'm sure he's going to be limited to what he can do in regards to how he sleeps. I mean, I don't know how often you use your pectoral muscle. You don't know these things until you're injured or you injure that part of your body. You don't realize that
It's
you
it's
know.
funny. It's funny that you said that because I sustained a slight injury last night. You know,
What
say
up? What up?
what's
ISO.
good. What's good, ISO? Uh, oh
You
no,
said
you
what?
good.
Wait,
You good. You
hold on,
good.
wait, hold on. Did you just say you sustained a slight injury? What
Yeah,
was you
man.
doing?
You know what? And instantly, I started thinking about y'all, and when y'all said, "Trey, you ain't never broke a bowl," and so
Oh,
I was like, "Hey, this is some BS." So So
yeah.
no, so what happened was last night when we was going to set up the field, I walked into the gym to go. There's a closet out by the gym that's closest to the field that we utilize. So I'm walking
Mm-hmm.
into the gym, and you know, what I'm saying we've been utilizing this gym and this field for a year to play flag football on. I'm walking to
Mm-hmm.
the gym. I recognize like usually, so I'm walking my usual route. I walk, take it in, and go through a back door that's closer to the closet.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm walking to that closet, there's it's a the area is where they use the sleds for where the weight to sleds with the weight and stuff on it. So I'm walking to
Mm-hmm.
the closet and I'm not thinking it's dark, but I know, you know what I'm saying, I'm familiar with the area for the most part. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, it shouldn't be anything right here. So I'm walking and not thinking that I'm about to trip over something, and I trip over a whole sled. But when I tripped
What?
over the sled, yeah, exactly. So I tripped over the sled, but it wasn't just I tripped over the sled. So I kicked the sled, but the sled didn't have any
Was it
weight on it.
dark?
Yeah, it was dark. Yeah, it was dark. It was
Oh,
no
okay,
light.
okay,
But like
okay.
I say again, knowing the area, I know like
Right.
okay, I need to walk this area, this particular area. You know, so it wasn't like I did. It's not like I came into the door and hit a hard right to go. No, I walked through the door, usually with a trajectory to get to the door without, you know what I'm saying, hitting us because usually the sleds are pushed back against the wall. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't expect the sled to be up off the wall. And when I'm walking, I trip over the sled, blam. So I was like, oh, you know, all you hear is gloom. I was like, oh, this is exactly what it sounded like. Oh, it sounded just like that. But then after to go even further, I impaled myself onto the top part of the sled. So it went from
Mm-hmm.
oh to ooh. Because it's like that completely, that completely caught me off guard. And I
Oh my
landed on
god.
the sled. So now the wind is knocked out of me because that wasn't expected. And I'm now I'm laid out on the floor because I'm like, oh, and the sled is tilted over. I'm against the wall, and I'm trying. In my mind, I'm thinking, do you jump up? Because you know that's what you do when you do stuff. You don't want to be.
Normally,
You jump up. Like, no,
normally,
fam, we're not doing that. I'm not embarrassed because you know, what I'm saying this wasn't my
ain't
fault.
nobody.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? No, it was people there. It was like 3 or 4 people in there. But you know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was so loud that when the dude for the one of the directors from the division came running out the office way down the hall to see what was going on. So it was like oh, and then so I laid out. And so I got up and moved to the other side because the
Oh,
wind,
it's
like
not funny, man.
the
It's not
wind is
funny, but
knocked
go
out of me.
ahead.
The wind is knocked out of me at this point. So so I gather up enough to move from
Oh,
the door, and
oh
I
my
got up. I was
god.
like, "Hold up, where are my keys at?" And then someone was like, "Oh, there they go." I was like, "Okay." So I went ahead and got on the other side, and I laid down for a sec. I was like, "No, I just got the wind knocked out of me." I'm thinking to myself, like, "Wow, man, how the hell did this happen?" And I get up, and so I'm talking to. So now my director comes out, and
Oh
she's
my
looking at me. She's
gosh.
like, "Trey, are you okay?" I was like, "I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." And she's still talking to me. So now we're having a conversation because it was the reason someone else came in to have a conversation with her. So I'm standing there, but I'm standing there like now I'm like seriously in pain. So, so I'm trying, I was like, I'm old Arby, I'm good, but I'm thinking to myself like, no, this kind of hurts. This, so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself
Oh,
like, you know, saying thank God
oh
that I
my
got.
god,
I'm
bro.
thinking to myself like, thank God I got some weight on me because if I was, you know, saying maybe
Light.
20, 30, yeah, if I was like,
Yeah.
I probably would have broke a couple of ribs or something like that. Like it was like,
Mm.
bruh, I was like, this is, and so even now I'm sitting here and I'm got it's a little, you know, what I'm saying like remember I told
You're
we talking,
sore.
yeah,
Yeah.
remember we
Yeah.
talking about
So.
the hot water splashing back up on me. Like this is what I'm
Yeah.
feeling right now. So it was like
Yeah.
crazy, but like
Oh
you was
my
just
god.
saying, in that instance, I went through all that.
Boy.
And I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is, you know, it's like I heard. So if I'm looking at that, if you traverse this to, if I'm on the field and I have gotten hidden, because I've had bruised ribs before, and I would rather
Mm-hmm.
have broken ribs as opposed to bruised ribs, even though I've never had broken ribs before, but the broken rib will heal. faster. You
Then a
can heal the
bruise rib.
broken, then the bruised ribs, because the bruised ribs are extremely painful, and it's like you got broken ribs, and it took me like almost 2 months to recover from a bruised rib, and
Compared to a
so
broken rib.
compared to what a probably broken rib. So I, you know, saying when
Mm-hmm.
you think about that, so I'm looking at it like if that was a if that was an injury sustained on the football field,
Mm-hmm.
and how I feel, you're not going to rush me back when I know this is painful and I don't want to go through this pain. You can't rush me back. I know what the doctor's saying you can play, but this is how I feel. You can't tell me how my body feels.
Right. Right. And I get that. But again, when it's all said and done, contract, as you like to say, contract. Whatever in that contract, yo, whatever's in that contract, you got to abide by. If the coaches, I don't know what's in what a contract entails in regards to professional sports, but but I feel like with a contract, I'm sure it says if the coaches feel that you're able to play,
Yeah, once
you
the doctor says, hey, you know what I'm saying,
and
we
as
think
long
that
as the doctor approves of it, yeah, yeah. If the doctor approves, I'm feeling like they're saying, yeah, you should come out there and play. Because isn't this the same thing that happened with what we're talking about? Isn't that why Antonio Brown left the Tampa Bay Bucks?
supposedly that they was forcing him and he was doing stuff in which he didn't. Finally, he felt like, no, I'm not doing it. And then they felt like they put
Yeah,
him
Bruce
on
Arians
the
wanted
field.
him to
Yeah.
play. Yeah, he
Hmm.
wanted him to play, and Bruce
All
and
alleged.
Antonio was like, "No, I'm not going back out there."
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Yeah, so
exactly.
I get it, I get it.
But you know what? And this segues into what you was just talking about, because we all know Dak Prescott fractured a finger, fractured thumb, has
Surgery
his
yesterday
injury. He had his surgery already,
on
and
Monday. He had a surgery Monday. Monday
yeah,
was his.
he had his surgery Monday. But now, you know, what I'm saying, we expected Dak to be out a month and a
Four,
half, or 2 months.
now they said 4 weeks,
They didn't want to, not even
four
less than
games,
4 weeks. Yeah, they, you know, what
four
I'm saying, they
games.
want to put him on IR because they didn't want him to miss 4 games, which means they expect him to come back. Like,
Sooner
like,
than later. Yep.
yeah, you know, what I'm saying, this is it's the same conversation which we had in reference to Zach Wilson. We was like, why are they trying to rush
Oh
Zach
yeah,
Wilson back? They
yeah.
sit up and letting him
Did he play
heal,
this
and they
weekend?
it was Flacco.
No.
Flacco
Okay.
started.
Flacco. That's right. Flacco. That's right.
And we're
That's
gonna
right.
go over that something in reference to that a little later too. But yeah, but in state is the same thing happened with Zach Wilson. They allow him. They wanted him. We remember we talked about. It. I was like, yo, they trying to bring him back.
We did.
What's
Yeah,
going,
we did.
Wendell? We gonna get to. We'll talk about them
Ain't
soon. The
nobody worried
Saints.
about it. Y'all saying, boy, it was so many teams that just skated off with some wins, man, this weekend, man. Y'all prayed to football gods to get y'all them wins this weekend, bro. Cause y'all,
I need y'all to win
Saints,
again this week, then. But yeah. So you know
yeah.
what I'm saying. So that comes up. So Dak, like, what do you think about the Dak situation? Is it just Jerry
I,
being
th- I, I
Jerry?
I do. I think it's Jerry being Jerry. Excuse me. I think they don't. So, and for me, excuse me, for me, I feel like you don't have why have a backup? Y'all don't have that means y'all don't have no faith in Cooper Rush at all. Y'all have no faith in Cooper Rush at all. If I'm Cooper Rush, I'll be like, man, y'all rushing this dude back, man. Y'all release me then, because
Is this your
obviously y'all don't
king?
believe in me.
Is
Yeah,
this your
yeah, it's
king?
just your yeah. Y'all might as well release me. Yeah, he feeling like T'Challa. I mean, like
What's his name?
Killmonger. He feeling like
Killmonger.
Killmonger. Yeah, like if y'all trying to rush this dude back and I'm fully healthy, I'm fully healthy. I am fully healthy. And you still trying to rest? No. Y'all release me, man. I'm out. Dallas not traded for a Q. They said it's so rushes. Oh, we know that.
Yeah, rushes the
But they're
quarterback.
rushing to bring Dak back though. And again, like I stated yesterday, Trey. I don't know why I can't clear my throat. I'm gonna have to get something to drink. Just like I said yesterday, y'all bringing Dak back is not changing that offensive line. That's not changing the offensive line whatsoever. No matter what y'all say. And I said Dallas got who this week? Oh, Cincinnati. So I'm just saying, man, like y'all rushing Dak back, but same offensive line. What they gonna fool around and do, Trey, is they gonna put Dak out for the season. That's what's gonna happen.
I
That's
wonder
what's
what's going
going
to
to
be the game plan. If I mean to set up, I don't know if anyone's out there broken their thumb before. You know what? I
I
said
have.
if it, oh,
Remember I told you I did.
your
I
throwing
have.
thumb.
Yep. Remember I told you it was my right
Oh yeah,
hand when
you
I
did.
was
You
playing
did.
football, basketball. And
Yeah.
it's crazy because I meant to say this yesterday and I forgot. Guess how I broke my thumb. We was talking in class right before PE. Me and some of my boys before PE. We was talking in class. No joke. This is exactly how we was talking to class. Just like we had that conversation yesterday. Have you, everybody in the broke a bone? He was like, "Oh, I ain't never." You shook your head. He was like, "I was like, you
Nah,
ain't
ain't
never
no
broke a bone."
broken bone.
I said, "I was that. I was you." All the kids in this classroom, we was talking, and it was like, "How?" I think one of them had already broken a bone and was in the cast, and so we was just talking. He was like, "Oh yeah, I broke a bone. This, that." I was that kid. I was you. I ain't never broke a bone. Soon as I said that, went to PE, broke my thumb. Soon as I said that day in PE, broke my thumb and had to go. Had to get in the cast. And after that, I started breaking everything. I became the dirt. I
Mr.
became
Glass
Mr. Glass. I broke my collarbone.
or
Broke my thumb.
Anthony Davis, basically.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, I became. I've seen that. I've seen that meme with him in the field.
In a chair.
That's dirty.
The
That's so
innovators
dirty.
undefeated.
That's so dirty, bro. The meme team don't play, man. The meme team do not play. But yeah, I was the same way. But yeah, so I've broken my thumb before. And again, to throw a football, the thumb is the only finger that's on the opposite side of the ball. On his throwing hand, I don't know how they're gonna do it. Whatever doctors they got, and he's able to come back at bees and able to have an accurate. I want to see this. I really do. I really, really
I
do.
would think that the strength in his thumb alone is going to be
Enough.
yeah, for
And
him
then
to be able to grip the ball.
Not only that, Trey, think about this. You've sprained your finger before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jammed it, all that.
Yeah,
How hard is it?
it's still for you. So you better you
Not
still have to
only
hold the try to hold the ball like this. Yeah.
not only that, Trey. What about when the ball's hiked to you?
Mm. Oh yeah,
Being in
going
shotgun.
back. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bruh, you like you say, you trying to hold that finger out to stop it from catching any type of contact. Any type of contact. You mean to tell me he's gonna be able to catch a ball from the center in shotgun with a broken thumb? Bruh. And we know how center snap the ball. They snap the ball hard and fast. That joke ain't coming slow. You got somebody to catch the ball for you on the sideline when you warming up. When you get out there on that field, though, ain't nobody catching the ball for you. You catching the ball. I can't wait to see that, bro. I want to see that. I truly do. I really want to see it, and I want to see how long it takes for TJ to come back from his pectoral injury. Maybe he didn't tear it. Maybe he just strained it. I'm thinking it's not a tear. Obviously not a pectoral tear. It's just a strain. But like you just said, you bruised your wrist, not broke them, and it took longer to heal from bruise than it did to break. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. We'll see.
I just feel like you said, it's a little too early. I look forward to seeing how it goes in state, because when it
I feel you.
To rush them back.
I'm assuming you had one before. Ain't no joke, Trey. Don't drink milk. That's why. Ain't happening. I totally agree with you, man. Let's just wait till we handle Brady this week. Then we'll talk. I feel you, because y'all do got Brady.
Brady, I think Brady more scared of them than they are of him.
Well, with that left tackle, I'm sure he is, because that left tackle was putting him in the spin watch, bro. Like Brady was getting hit, and I'm sure he was like, "Damn it, I didn't sign up for this season. That's not what I was looking forward to."
No, that's
especially the first game of the season. He done got sacked twice already.
Exactly what he signed up for.
Of course, to you.
He should. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're gonna talk about that, because we definitely gonna talk about towards the end of the show. Because Brady, y'all gonna understand. Like Brady, in my opinion, Brady's looking a little older. You know what I'm saying?
He is. It shows. It's showing. Yeah. It shows.
You know what I'm saying? Just his
mannerisms.
Well, yeah, mannerisms and his appearance, he looks older. So you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it was what did I look at? I don't know if I was on Facebook or something. They did a post interview after the game. I
Yeah, he looked
swear Brady
old.
he looked like he was 60 years old,
Yeah, that's
bro.
what I'm
I said,
saying. He looks
good
older.
God.
Like he said,
Did
I'm
he age in
45.
the
I got
game?
it looked
Did
like
he?
it.
I was like,
That's what I'm
good
saying. Like we
Lord.
like this is this your king? That's
Yeah.
that's the tagline. Like,
This
yo,
dude looked like
Brady
man.
is looking like, you know what I'm saying, it's only so much, like, yeah. Like you talk about, our minds tell us, yeah, we can get out there and do this,
Yeah.
but the
Oh
body be
yeah.
like, chill,
No,
fam.
you
Like,
can't. No,
no,
you can't.
stop
Yeah,
playing
chill,
with
dog.
us.
You ain't.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, family passed that him for playing.
It's like, my boy, come on, man,
Yeah,
stop playing.
yeah, bro. I looked at that and I was like, man, did somebody Photoshop that? Like Brady looked like he's 70 years old out there right
Yeah,
now.
he look. It's starting to show now. He used to
I
look
was like,
all chiseled in the face and stuff
Jizzle,
like
yeah.
that,
In this
bruh.
video,
Nah,
in that interview, it looked like his face had sunk in. Like he was
yeah,
looking like I was like,
hmm
bruh. Brady
yeah.
looked like
You
he
know
had
what I'm saying?
aged about 30 years on the field that game. Them two
Yeah, so
hits
it's
took knocked 30 years out of him.
and that interception where he thought he was gonna have to make the tackle, like, oh
Yeah,
man, like,
yeah.
so it's like it's and that's just week one. Just wait, man. That's
That's
why I
week
say
one.
I'm not saying that he's gonna. They'll say he's gonna. I just think a drop off is coming. It's when he gonna hit the wall. He gonna hit it hard.
Yeah.
Um, Seattle, of course, in Seattle, that was another key injury as safety. Jamal Adams is due.
Oh
They're
yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
They're not saying how many times. Pete Carroll didn't say how much time, but they said basically he has to get some work on his knee as he's got a knee injury after rushing the
I must
ball.
have missed that. What happened? I missed that injury. I didn't see. I
He's
saw
just,
him
I
when
think
he
he
was getting
came. I
carted
think he
off.
came. Yeah, I think he just came down on it wrong after he. I
Oh,
think he came off a safety blitz and he
oh,
hurried
okay,
Wilson, but
okay.
and it caused a incomplete on the third down. Well, I think he hit it. He fell on the knee or hit it hard, and
No
now
contact then.
no contact.
Okay.
So, and then additionally, also in Kansas City, and this is one of the things in which I was looking at in Kansas City, cornerback Trent McDuffie,
Oh,
as well as, of course, the kicker. Now I got to go find the kicker, Garrison Butler. Have both of them have been injured. McDuffie sustained a hamstring injury. Butker sustained a knee injury, which was going to put them both out. And basically, Coach Reed is talking about it was the turf. He's like, they just got this. They just got it resided. It was kind of loose. Again, an
mm,
element factor.
it is. That
Again,
is
an
that now
element factor.
that is an element factor, but that's an element
So is
that's
the
not.
rain.
No, that's a nature factor, element factor. The turf is not a nature. They didn't lay the turf down right. That was human error. That was a nature. That was human error. But you also heard. Did you also hear that? Um, Patrick the Great is nursing a wrist injury.
He's hurt
Yeah,
too.
he's
Yeah,
nursing. Yeah,
but he
he's
got. But
nursing.
that's so. I look at that like because only because and we're not gonna do is call him Patrick the Gate on this show. His name
Yes,
is
wow.
his name is Patrick
He's Patrick the
Mahomes.
Great. Patrick the Great Mahomes. Patrick the Great Mahomes. Just like my name
I
is.
just I
Hold on.
just I
Hold on.
just want to
Hold on.
point
Let me
out
take this
that
down real quick.
I just want to
Hold
point
on real
out
quick. Let me take this down so everybody can
I
see.
just want
Just
to
like my
point
name
out
is the Goat Bishop. The Goat.
I
Yeah,
just want to
he
point
is
out
Patrick the
that
Great.
First Formation does not share the same views in Patrick the Great nor the GOAT
Tom, you.
Bishop. Neither
Um,
one. We do not
oh,
share the
about you.
same views.
You may not, but as long as you don't say Tom the Goat Brady,
Uh,
don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that,
he's
Trayvon.
going to be
Do not
called
do that.
Tom the Billy
The
Goat.
GOAT. No.
Billy Goat after this season. The Billy Goat. He's going to be Tom the Billy Goat Brady.
Oh my
After this,
God.
after once it's all said and done,
Leave
if they
that
don't get
man
him up out of
alone,
there.
man. Oh my God.
But yeah,
Yes,
so of
Tom.
course,
But yeah,
but yeah,
Patrick
so
is he's nursing a wrist injury. He is. They just I didn't even know he had hurt his wrist. They had
he
just
said
said
that Wendell said that the next week we gonna refer to him Tom the Billy Goat.
Billy Goat Brady. Yeah. Billy Goat, go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know Patrick had hurt his
But
wrist. They
yeah,
didn't talk
but
about
that's
it.
what I was about to say. He hurt. Yeah, he did hurt himself, but it was after the first touchdown. He threw 5 of them. So you know what I'm saying.
Oh, he
So
hurt himself in the first touchdown?
it was after the first touchdown. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. They didn't say that.
yeah, it
Oh
was
wow.
after
Well,
the
yeah,
first
that's
touchdown.
nothing
So
to worry about
it's
then.
when he
Yeah.
fell back and he tried to catch himself when he was stumbling, when he's doing what he usually do, like
Mm-hmm.
falling back and throw it and touch it, and he hurt himself. So it was after the
Oh,
first one. So he's able to,
Oh yeah.
but of course, you know what I'm saying, he was a constant motion. So now after that,
Yeah, the
you know, stand up.
adrenaline
So
flowing.
yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
adrenaline flowing, all that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
it's, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, now it's going to,
It's
I'm
probably
very sure it's going to be,
it's probably really hurting him now. Yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
got you. Yeah.
So I can't start him this week.
But they'll give
I
him
start Lamar.
no, because they gonna give him a hydrocortisone shot in his wrist. He gonna be fine, guaranteed, guaranteed, guaranteed. Watch, it's a
Uh,
wrist. It was I don't even know was it supposed to be his throwing wrist or his non-throwing wrist? Did
it's
they say?
throwing
I don't
wrist.
think that is
I
it
think it's a
throwing wrist.
throwing. I
Okay.
think it's a throwing wrist. The right.
Mm.
So it still continue in injuries like we was talking about earlier. Although it is an injury, but injury relation has caused this issue. Joe Flacco will start for the second consecutive week as he will be starting against the Cleveland Browns this week, this upcoming weekend. Of course, they did lose their first game against the They did lose their first game. Although it was a good game, they still lost. But the fans seem to be calling and want Mike White to start. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where the fans are continuing to live off the fact that Mike White dropped 405 yards and 3 touchdowns on the Cincinnati Bengals last year. But what they continue to be omit is the fact of the next couple of games, he was atrocious and he didn't do anything really. And it was just a one off on that game. But still, they call for Mike White. Basically, when you look at it, it's Baltimore. They played against Baltimore. Baltimore, so no, they lost 24-7 against Baltimore. It wasn't a good game. But Joe Flacco, basically, we know he threw. He was sacked 3 times, hurried 11 times, and pressured 19 times in that game. He was asked to throw 62 of 79 passes. I mean, it was 62 of 79 pass plays, or with overall when you look at 79 total plays ran, and he's sitting behind a new line, basically because of the injuries. Like you asked, you know, saying at 37 years old, Flacco obviously is not mobile, and you're basically asking a lot of an individual that's not mobile. That
Is he
you
the
know,
second oldest in the league? Is it
yeah,
him or is it
behind Brady.
what about Matt?
Which Matt Ryan.
Coach. Yeah, Matty Ice.
I think I think Matt Ryan might be. Oh no, he might be third. They're the top three definitely.
Yeah, I
I'm
know
not
they.
sure about the order. I
I
mean,
know it was out of
we
him and
know
Matt.
Brady's number one, but
Right.
between him, yeah. So you
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
think
saying.
him and Matt is right there.
So you know what I'm saying. But the difference is Matt's been starting his whole career. You know what I'm
Right.
saying. So you know
Right.
what I'm saying.
Right.
Even if he isn't that, you know what I'm saying, because he's still moving around, he still has that. But but you know what I'm saying. So it's like, is it so? But can we blame Flacco when he's looking at that? Like you go this 37-year-old to throw the ball 62 times.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Who was that would do
62.
50 passes
It was him.
Sunday?
It was him.
Oh, that was him?
It was
Oh,
him.
that's a lot.
He threw 53 passes, but he it was 62 pass plays called. He threw 53 passes out of 79. 62 out of 79 plays ran were passed. So it
Mm.
was definitely basically uneven. Original starter Zach Wilson is expected to be out 2 more games. As we was talking about him earlier, because we thought they was going to try to rush him back to be back. Yeah, that's too many passes, especially for a 37-year-old cat. Like
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. His arm is
this
way
morning,
slow.
yeah. But
Way slow.
he's gonna get the start against Cleveland,
Mm.
in which that was a hard to make that pick because I didn't see Brissett play. So, but I mean, but
Who
you know,
played? I didn't. Who did Brissett play for the
yeah,
Cleveland?
he played,
I didn't get to see that either.
but he
That
threw
was
less
a
than
hard
200
pick.
yards, but he ain't have
He threw
any
less than
intercept.
200,
Yeah, he threw less than 200, but he ain't have any interceptions or nothing either.
which is good
So
then.
yeah, so is it? I mean, you would give
Not
him
having any
200.
interceptions. Not having
Yeah,
any
but
interceptions
to
always
go a
good.
whole
But
game and all you throw was 200 yards.
well, it depends on how much you ran the ball.
Oh,
That's,
they ran the ball. They got Chubb and
well,
Hunt. Like they got a.
well,
They,
yeah.
I
So
would run the
yeah,
ball too.
200 yards ain't bad if you're running the ball a lot. You went down the field twice. You know what I'm saying? You completely went down the field.
Average. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So you have
Mm.
that. Interesting enough, and I feel they coming. I feel they're coming, and then which they're probably going to be one of my picks when we get later to a segment that I got later on down in the show. But the Detroit Lions, after 24 consecutive underdog odds, they are finally the favored by 2.5 points over over who does Detroit play this week?
Hold on, I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, I got you. Detroit has Commanders in
Washington
Detroit.
Commanders in
In
Detroit.
Detroit.
They're
Mm-hmm.
favored 2.5 points. The last
Mm-hmm.
time the Detroit Lions were favored was back in November of 2020 when they were favored over by 1 point over the Carolina Panthers, who were being quarterback, who was had PJ Walker at the helm. But in that game, the Panthers were victorious 20-0. So I don't, but I don't. So I don't know. Detroit 2.5 points. Would you take those odds, Bishop? Detroit over Washington? It's a hard one.
Again,
It is a
it
hard
is,
one,
but
especially
again,
when you,
Wentz is going to turn that ball over. He's going to. He had two in this last game. He's going to
but
turn
he had
that ball
3
over.
touchdowns. The object of
He
the
did. He
object of the
did. But
game is to outscore the opponent.
he did. And then the Lions gave my Eagles a run. They scored 35 points.
The object of the game is to outscore your opponent. So it's a hard one. You know
Ooh.
what I'm saying?
It
Especially
is.
when
And they playing in Detroit. Mm, yeah. And Jared Goff.
yeah, that's a hard one. But Wentz too.
Yeah, that is.
That's a hard one. It
Yeah.
really is a hard one
Yeah.
because both of them have, you know, what I'm saying, both of them showed something in which you wonder now you wonder who. Like if Chase was there, I would
Mm-hmm.
probably think differently.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
He's not
but
there. Yeah.
who is there is Hutchinson on in Detroit. So
Yeah,
I
he is.
don't know.
Yeah, he is.
Does Wentz get flustered and start doing all, you know what I'm saying? Wentz gonna
Good
Wentz.
question.
The other Wentz they're gonna
That's an
show
early
up
game
like
on Sunday. That's one of the early games, so that's a game definitely to watch. That's an early game on Sunday. Yeah. Hmm. That's a good question, bro. Good
mm.
question, bro.
So I guess we'll get a chance to see.
Mm-hmm.
More to come. Of course, we got our picks later on in the week for the so we can start recording and make sure we keep track of our
Bishop,
picks.
say the lines for the record so I can see this Sunday after we win. No, I'm not saying the lines. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
We'll know. We'll come out come Friday. We'll know. Y'all know exactly who we going with.
Yeah, who we gonna pick? Yeah, we gonna give our picks on Friday before the. Oh, well, yeah, because we'll give our picks
Oh, Thursday,
tomorrow for
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday's game.
Well, we're talking
Well,
about for tomorrow
Thursday,
game. Yeah,
Thursday
but
game.
Friday for the rest of the week and
Yeah,
Monday.
for the rest of it. Yeah. Somebody tell Ron he wrong for trying to trade me.
Ron is y'all talk about he Ron be on.
Ron be on some. Yeah, Ron be on. Ron be on some stuff when it comes to trades, bro. I ain't gonna even front.
Oh, he
I don't
sent
know
you a
what
trade,
Ron.
another
Well,
trade.
you know he sent me that initial. No, he ain't
Oh,
sent me
that
another
initial
one.
one.
But I know,
Yeah,
yeah, that initial one,
yeah.
which wasn't a bad one actually. That the trade he initially sent me wasn't a bad trade at all. Hey, did you think about that trade I talked to you about?
I'm not doing that, bro. I told you who I want.
What?
Yeah, I
That was
told you
a fair trade,
that is
bro.
not a fair trade.
That is how is
No,
that
it
not a
is
fair
not.
trade?
That is not a
Okay,
fair
Eric
trade.
Small, Anthony Price, anybody on here? He wants
No,
Aaron.
don't try to do that. See how you try to change the narrative?
How am I changing the
Who did
narrative?
you try to send me?
No, I changed it. I said you wanted Christian McCaffrey, which you tried to
Mm-hmm.
trade me for, which you wanted from the very beginning before the season
Kyler Murray
started.
for Christian McCaffrey.
Initially, that's what you wanted. I said, well,
Mm-hmm.
I said, how about this? I'll give you Christian McCaffrey for
For
Patrick
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes. No,
Is that not a fair trade?
no, it's not.
And I'm listening to any of y'all let me know. Eric, Anthony, Nathan, anybody. Y'all Wendell, y'all tell me Patrick Mahomes for Christian McCaffrey. I'll wait. But go ahead, Trey. Kamara and Julio what? Kamara and Julio what?
Kamara
Julio
for Chase.
Julio for Chase. He wanted Kamara and Julio.
He has Justin Chase. He wants Justin Chase for Kamara and Julio Jones.
Jamar Chase, you mean?
Chase. Yeah.
Jamar
Chase.
For Kamara. That's not actually a bad trade.
That's a horrible trade. Yeah, you know what? That is a good
How?
trade. That's a good
That is
trade.
not a
Yeah,
bad trade. Yeah, that's not
just
a
like
bad trade.
just like the trade of Christian McCaffrey and Leonard Fournette for Matt Mahomes
No,
for Patrick Mahomes.
no, no. You're not taking both of my running backs. That's crazy.
You have more running
No,
backs.
no, I don't. No, I do not. Got none that's gonna put up points for him. Ron don't have ain't nobody that's good enough to trade with. What that trade right there, that Kamara and Julio is not a bad trade for Chase, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Julio is actually gonna do something decent out there for Tom. I'm telling y'all. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's not horrible. What's horrible? You talking about the trade me and trade, or you talking about the trade in which Ron tried to do with you? I'm waiting to hear about the trade.
I think he's talking about the Kamara and Julio trade
Trade,
is
yeah,
horrible.
yeah. You got to be. Yeah, that's not a horrible trade, bro.
I got them both on my roster too. I'm basically going to employ them. They got
You
me this
did.
week with them. They
You
got me
did.
this week with them. They
You
got me
did.
this
Jameis
week with them.
Winston. Yeah, yeah. You did. Michael Thomas and Jameis did their thing. Both is horrible. What?
Thank you. I think the
Stop
better
it, bro.
trade for Fournette and McCaffrey for
No,
Mahomes and Murray is a good trade.
I don't need 4 quarterbacks.
You release 2.
No, I don't need 4 quarterbacks. I
All
don't
the
need that.
quarterbacks on my roster are better than your roster. Is better than your quarterbacks.
Let you tell it.
They are.
Let you
You
tell
don't think so?
it.
Who are your
Well,
quarterbacks?
probably
Who are your quarterbacks?
for that league. I think it's Baker Mayfield.
Come on, stop playing with me, Bishop.
Baker
And Mac
Mayfield and
Jones.
no Baker Mayfield and who what's his name? Just played.
Mac Jones. Isn't
No,
he? Mac
no,
Jones. I thought it was Mac Jones.
no. I don't have Mac Jones anymore.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got rid of him. You got no, you got rid of Baker Mayfield to bring in you got rid of Mac Jones to bring in Baker Mayfield.
No, I got rid of Daniel Jones to bring in
Oh yeah, okay,
Baker
yeah,
Mayfield.
that's right.
But I
So
got
that's
rid of
what
Mac
you.
Jones.
Oh, you
But
did? I
I
didn't
got
know
rid
this
of
happened.
Mac Jones. Yeah, I know you don't. I know. I'm making moves too, partner. That's right. That's right. That's right. I got rid of Mac Jones to bring in somebody else. Yes, sir. Bishop, take Patrick. You get Gino and Baker. Like really?
But
You
in any
got
case, I
Gino.
have
There you go. I got Gino. That's right. Gino Smith. That's right.
I have Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Kyler Murray.
Mm-hmm.
Kyler
Mm-hmm.
Murray is better than either one of those. And I'm
Did Geno
willing to
Smith?
give you Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes for Fournette and
But
McCaffrey.
what he failed to realize is both of my running back, McCaffrey and Fournette, both had 20 some point fantasy games. And you think I'm gonna give up both of them? No.
I'm giving you 2.
No. 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 I can't play both of them quarterbacks. I can play both of them my running backs at the same time. I can't play both of them quarterbacks at the same time. No.
Tomato.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
So in any case, continuing on, just think about it, Bishop. Just think about it.
No, you think about what I said. You think about mine. McCaffrey for Mahomes. McCaffrey for Mahomes. Eminem. M for M. Huh?
The Indianapolis Colts have waived kicker Rodrigo Blankenship after
did.
2 shank kickoffs and a missed 42-yarder that would have basically solidified their overtime victory over the Houston Texans. Rodrigo, 83. They end up tying. Rodrigo basically is 83% on field goals and 94% on extra point in his career. He's 25% from 50 yards or more in 2+ seasons, in which they brung in. They had a kicker that was already on their practice squad, in which they are expecting to activate and bring him on. Basically, when you take a look at it, Rodrigo was injured last year, a hip injury, in which seemingly he hasn't recovered from, and it's messing with his confidence, obviously. In which Rodrigo, you got to think he was that dude coming out of Georgia 2 years ago, in which he was saying automatic, but now in the league it's not so much. It's unfortunate now he finds himself on waivers. So if anyone needs a kicker out there, Rodrigo Blankenship will probably be available at some point. I hope he gets picked up by another team and can do and can kind of like get rid of that thought of being his confidence, because right now it's shot, I believe.
Mm.
Like I said, this is year of the kicker. Kickers
83% is
matter.
good though.
Yeah, that's why I said
83% is real good.
kickers matter. That's guaranteed. That's money in the bank.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
should
that was
we should we should we be round? Do we round down to 80% though?
no. Leave it
No,
at
you
80.
just leave it at 83. Leave it at
Yeah,
83.
yeah,
Go to
83.
go to 85 maybe.
No, we leave it at 82. Leave it at
What
83.
about the 94%? We keep that. Not we can that go to 95, or we
94.
just gonna
Yeah,
leave it
90,
at
90,
94?
no, no, you leave it at 94. You can't put it at
Okay,
95.
okay.
Yeah,
Just wondering. I
but
just gotta make sure.
83% is good. Don't get me wrong. It is definitely good.
Especially
Excuse
within
me.
that
I
intermediate
don't think.
area.
Yeah, and I don't think it was warranted to be released. Come on, he didn't lose the game. He didn't. I mean, he didn't win the game either, but he didn't lose the game either.
No, he
They
lost that
tied.
the 42-yard field goal. He could have won. They could have won. Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay, I get
Yeah,
what you're saying.
yeah, they
It's
tied.
like it could have been worse. Basically, you could have
Right,
lost the
right,
game.
right. Could have lost the game. Right. He didn't lose the game. He didn't win it either, but he didn't lose it as well.
Y'all know he said that, but the bishop I know would have been livid on that sideline. Like, all you can do is play the kick. Well, you
That's
know
it.
how what Sarver
That is
just
true
got,
though.
what he just got suspended a year for. That would have been Bishop cussing out his core kicker on the sideline.
Because I do truly believe he right, Trey's right, because I truly believe that's all you do. That's all you do all day at practice. You ain't doing none of the drills that anybody else is doing. All you doing is kicking balls all day. All day, kicking balls, all day, all day, all day. So you should know now. Get me wrong, don't get me wrong. There's no pressure at practice. There's no, elements and things of that nature that plays a factor. However, you need to be. I don't care if you tell somebody, "Hey, man, can you turn the sprinklers on? I want the rain to hit me in my face. I want to feel like it's raining. Turn the sprinklers on. Turn the sprinklers on. I want to feel like the rain hit me in my face while I'm kicking this ball. You got to put yourself in the scenarios, bro. You got to put yourself in scenarios to make you better. Ooh, Anthony trying to get it at you.
I have to take a look.
Look, see, this is the thing, right? If y'all don't know Trey, I'm gonna tell y'all about Trey. I tried to tell y'all before the season, but a lot of y'all obviously didn't pay attention. I'm trying to tell you, Trey is that type of dude. When it comes to fantasy, he gonna pick up players so that you don't have an opportunity to get those players. Trey gonna hold on to players to hostage. Basically, holding on players hostage. I want to call the fantasy police and tell them
I'm trafficking players.
He's holding players hostage, man. He's holding players hostage. I feel like they should put in a rule, and y'all tell me if this is right. I feel like they should put in a rule. If you don't play if you do not play players that are on your bench at least 40 to 50% throughout the season, you have to release them. You have to release them. Because Trey, this dude is holding players hostage. He's using it as trade bait. This is what Trey does. I'm telling you what Trey does, man. This is what he do. If y'all don't know, this is what he do. I've been playing with him long enough. I've known Trey long enough. That's what he does. Why would you have 4 quarterbacks on your roster?
All he got
4.
3. Oh, he got 3.
Oh, then he got rid of one. He obviously must have got rid of one. He had 4. He had 4 quarterbacks on his roster. Why would you have 4 quarterbacks? You only even can play 1. Why would you need 4? 3 at the most. 3 at the most. He had 4. Now he got 3, but he had 4. Trade bait. And as long as he's not playing against a Patrick Mahomes, a Kyler Murray, a Lamar Jackson, he know he's good. He ain't got to worry about the quarterback position. He got to worry about everybody else. Y'all gonna learn.
I'll take a look, Anthony.
He's coming for your best player. Know that. He's coming for your best player. He's coming for your best player.
Whatever I can do to cripple
Anthony, whatever it is, yes, cripple you. Especially if you got to play him too. Oh yeah, he's coming for your best player. So just know, Anthony, be prepared.
We'll talk, Ed. We'll talk. So week one, Bishop. Week one.
Mm-hmm.
After week one has we went through week one. We on our way with actually what we're one day hours, some hours, a little over 24 hours from week two. With
Mm-hmm.
the Los Angeles Chargers facing off against the Kansas City Chiefs on Prime. Um, what?
Tomorrow, yes.
Yes. Who do you think was your week one worry? What team gives you the most? Do you think has the most to worry about right now after week one?
Has the most excuse me, has the most to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay.
You think it's Tampa Bay?
Mm-hmm. Because I feel like what we briefly spoke about earlier in regards to Tom Brady, his age is really showing. He's not getting the protection I think he probably
What's
feels
up,
like he
Zach?
deserved. What up, good? What's good, Frat? What's good? What's good? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Eric says
I feel like
Cowboys.
that's a good one. Cowboys definitely a concern. That's another one. Definitely
Mm-hmm.
the Cowboys. Who else?
Green Bay.
Definitely Green Bay. Yeah, that's another one. Green Bay.
What's good, Zero?
Um,
Good morning, Frat. Uh,
uh,
Arizona.
so Arizona, I would say Arizona, but they played the Titans. The Titans ain't no slouch. I'm not really, and they only won by the 2 points or 3 points. The Titans won 26-23, so Arizona still was in that game. So I'm not really too concerned about Arizona yet, not yet, in my opinion, not yet. That's probably about it. Oh, well,
Why,
no, I
I
won't
wonder
say it.
why Anthony
I
said
was
the
about to
Colts.
say Cincinnati, but not with the Colts. You worried about the Colts, Anthony? Why?
Yeah, I wonder
They
why the
tied. I
Colts.
mean, I'm not worried about the Colts.
Okay. Yeah, they
I
did
don't think
fine.
I'm not worried about the Colts because I think Matt Ryan being into his first season there, I think he's gonna figure it out. Eric, I do agree that Green Bay can build. They can, and I think the momentum is going. I think they're going to figure it out too. Here, no one once Aaron Rodgers realizes that he doesn't have Devontae, which I know he knows he doesn't have him.
Yeah,
He's
but
going to have to figure
that
out.
basically
He's going.
find the ways to make it work with the players that he does have.
He has right, and I think that he'll figure it out. Jacksonville, I don't know why they played the Commanders, but they only lost by 6. 28-22 in Washington. So I'm not really concerned about the Jaguars yet. Again, I think the same thing like I think about Matty Ice. I think Trevor Lawrence, new coaching staff, I think him and Doug Peterson gonna figure it out. They're gonna come together and they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it work. So I think all the only ones. I think the ones we named are the only ones that I'm really concerned about
Mm.
right now. I don't think anybody else
Yeah, Eric says he don't foresee the
worries me.
Cowboys winning at all no time soon. Which
Well,
I would like to believe that, but I take pause because we'll mess around and the Cowboys will get a dub this weekend, and then be
you're
like,
right.
wait, what? Like,
You're right. You have the best runner and can't win, and you have Matt Ryan too easy, but that's not a good fit there.
hmm.
I mean, it's a better fit than Carson Wentz. It's a better fit than Carson Wentz, in my opinion. They had Carson last year, and I don't know. In
Mm.
my opinion, I think it's a better fit.
Matty Ice might be a better fit, yeah.
I think it's a better
Because
fit.
Matty Ice has a certain edge to him too.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a better fit, in my opinion. I think he's going to do better over there. They do got one of the best running backs in the league, though, in Taylor.
All right, so we got the worries. Okay, week one, buy or sell. Are you
Mm-hmm.
buying or selling that we're going to have a postseason without Green Bay, New England, or Pittsburgh after week one's performances? Do you foresee a situation where one, two, or all three will be out the playoffs? Won't be a postseason participant?
Pittsburgh, Green Bay, Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Pittsburgh.
Oh, Pittsburgh, New England, and Pittsburgh, Green Bay, New England, Tampa Bay.
New England, I don't think is going to make postseason. Going to make the playoffs. I
So
don't
you
think New
didn't see
England's
one
going to make the
without
playoffs.
New England.
Yeah, I don't know. Pittsburgh, I'm still out on. Trubisky didn't have a bad game. They came back and got the dub. Um, Tampa Bay again. We talked about Tom. You got to see what he's. He looked a little. I mean, he didn't look bad at all, but
Yeah, it's just
he
he's
takes a
looking
good.
old. Like it's
He
going
is.
to catch he's going to catch
He's taking
over
some
at
steps
the.
back. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, he takes it. Definitely taking some steps back. And then Green Bay, Brett with Aaron Rodgers. He yeah, if he figures out, like I said, when it comes down to the fact that I no
They may
longer
not be
have my
top, but
go-to.
you think they can go? They
Yeah,
can get in.
yeah, Yeah, I think they could still squeak in. And once he figure out, okay, I don't have Devontae, I got to find one of these young cats to be. Just I got to tell one of these young cats to step up and fill that void. Green Bay, but I definitely don't see New England making it into the playoffs. I don't, in my opinion.
Okay.
Buy, but in bulk, buy it, but in bulk, New England not making Packers might slip in the last minute.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha,
So let me
gotcha.
see. I from beginning, I always thought Brady, and I think Brady's done. That's just it. And it's like you said, it's not based on his skill. I just think of he's like you said, he's getting older. I think that's going to catch up with him towards the end of the year, in which he's not going to
Mm-hmm.
be able to do what he used to do. I think at least this year, Green Bay doesn't make it due to the fact of like you just said, Bishop. I don't think he's going to be able to find that within the season. I think it's going to be over a course of time, in which it might be year two or year three by the time they become formidable again per working to get some players. I'm very sure they're probably on the horn with Odell's like, hey, how far are you from recovering?
Mm-hmm.
We need you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
New England with the back spasms that's coming up, as you know, people who have back problems. I don't have back problems. I never had back problems.
I
Well,
do.
yeah, so back spasms. I'm
I've had
sure.
back spasms,
Yeah,
and
so
they are no joke. They
and
are
so as a
no joke.
quarterback with a back spasm, I'm sure that is
He can't do nothing with a back spasm as a quarterback. He can't do nothing. You can when a back spasm, you can almost barely walk
mm.
when you have back spasm.
So now you have you. So with that puts Mac Jones, the season that Mac Jones had last year, it puts it in jeopardy of what can he reciprocate that? I don't think so.
Right.
And then lastly, of course, with who was the last one? Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is the
Pittsburgh.
only one I think that might have a chance. I
Pittsburgh.
think Pittsburgh might be the only one that could
And they
probably
got a good track record. When we
yeah
know,
15 and
you
0.
know,
I'm
yeah,
15 consecutive postseason
yeah,
appearances.
yeah, no losing seasons
Yeah, so
under
under Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin.
The only
No
difference
no
is
losing
that it
seasons.
was under Tomlin and Ben. Ben's not there now, but
It
like you
been
said,
that's true.
Mitch wasn't looking too bad. They
And then
got
they got the win.
yeah, so then so it remains to be seen. So okay. What's up next? All right, buy or sell. One of these three quarterbacks are going to get a humongous payday next year based on the situations that they're in this year. Jimmy Garoppolo, Baker Mayfield, Marcus Mariota. Buying or selling?
I'm selling them all those.
You don't think any of them going? I think without a doubt, Jimmy's going to get a payday, regardless of if he plays this year or not. He's
Yeah, Eric
he's
said
Jimmy
selling Purdy.
Garoppolo. Uh, I think Mariota. Well, I don't know because Mario, unless
Mariota got to throw a whole lot.
yeah, I was about to say he's just got to ball out. He got to
He
have the
throw.
game he had
Yeah, he got
this
it.
week, last week, all 17 weeks for the
Okay,
next
got you,
16
Zach.
weeks. Okay, for the
Big
next
man.
15 for the next 16 weeks, Mariota hasn't had that type of game for
Yeah,
the next 16 weeks in order to make that happen. Um, Baker
he
Baker
got to
had a
ball
good
out
game,
too.
didn't he? Yeah, did
Yeah,
he
he
have a
didn't have
good
a bad
game?
game. Yeah, he didn't have a bad game. He didn't have a bad game, but he's another one that has to ball out.
I think Baker is the safest because he has Matt. I mean, he has Darnold behind him, but someone's
Right.
once Darnold comes back,
But
someone's going to
because he has Donald, but that's the thing. Because he has Donald, he might not get that payday. That's the thing.
ah. I
Yeah,
don't know.
because
He
he has
might.
Donald. I mean, he has to ball out though. That's what I'm saying. He would have to ball out to get that. Get Mariota got to face the Rams this week, and they pissed from that loss. Oh, absolutely. You sell on all. Yeah, that's what I said, Zach. I said the same thing. I sell on all. I don't see them.
I think Jimmy gets paid next year. Someone's going to pay him to come play. Come play. Yeah, they did. After they drafted Ritter, Desmond Ritter,
Desmond Ritter out of Texas A not Texas A&M.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Cincinnati, that's it.
Yeah, yeah. So that's who they end up so yeah, they're going to he's going to be. That's why I think Jimmy is the. I mean, I think Mayfield is the safest, but I don't know if he's going to get a huge payday. I think Jimmy's going to get a huge payday to go somewhere.
Mm.
Hell, he might even be a situation where he goes back to, well, maybe not. I was about to say where he might even go back to New England, but nah. Uh,
Who, Jimmy?
yeah, he's not going back
Mm.
there. I think he'll be a situation where he goes to. He might, you know what? It might be Houston, depending on what David Mills
Could
does this
be.
year.
Yeah.
It might be
Yeah.
a situation for him to go to Houston. It might be a
Yeah.
situation for him to go to Baltimore, depending on what happens with the Ravens and their situation.
Mm.
Because if they end up losing Lamar, that
Mm-hmm.
opens the door for a situation to maybe go to, depending on what Daniel Jones does, for him to go to
New
the New
York.
York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Dak, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he has a best opportunity to get a huge payday.
Now, if you said buy or sell, who gets a big payout, Herbert or Burrow or Winston? It's going to be Herbert. It's going to be Herbert out of those three. Herbert will get a big payout before Winston and probably before Burrow.
Herbert.
Yeah,
I
in
don't
my
know.
opinion,
Herbert. I think Burrow's going to get a big payout.
he probably will. Not before Herbert though. I don't think he'll get it before
Who do you
Herbert.
think is a better quarterback?
Herbert.
Herbert.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I think Justin could kill you with his feet too, compared to Burrow. Winston. Right now, Winston is too injury prone. This dude got to stay healthy long enough to be before anybody be trying to pay him anything. Winston can stay healthy this entire season and play like he played before he got injured last season, Winston probably could get a paycheck, a big
Mm.
payout. But he has to stay healthy the entire season and still play like he
Yeah, because
played
he
last.
I sit up and thought about it, as like he came on late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what Winston are we getting?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up. Who is your upset pick of this week? If you could just give who you think is, well, let's do this.
Upset game.
Who
Upset
potentially,
game.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
what potential upset games do you think are out there? We'll find out the pick on Friday on
Oh,
Friday.
okay.
But
Okay,
so
got
who
you.
are the potential upsets that are out there? Upset
Um,
games that are out there.
so they're possibly upset games. Okay.
Hmm.
So the Titans versus the Bills. We all figure.
Really? You think so?
Listen, yeah.
Okay, I'm
Listen,
listening. Okay, okay.
just an upset game. I'm not saying that's the
Yeah, yeah.
upset,
Okay,
but
okay.
that's the upset
Upset
game
game.
because the
Upset
Titans playing
alert.
in Buffalo. Yeah, upset alert. Titans in Buffalo. That could be considered a upset game if the Titans were to pull off that upset. Um, the chart is the Chargers Chief game an upset game? The one tomorrow? Could that be
Uh,
considered an upset game?
I don't know because I think they both. I thought they
They
both
both
were
coming
going to
off
be.
wins.
I think they're
They
both
both coming off
considered to be
wins.
contenders.
Right. So yeah, so if one of them beat the other, yeah, well, yeah. So who's favored? The Chiefs will probably be favored, right?
I think the Chiefs are favorite. Yes.
Right. So if the Chargers win, that would definitely be a huge upset.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Um,
That could be an
yeah,
upset alert. Even though I
yeah,
think they're evenly matched, but I got you. I
right,
can see.
right, right. Oh, especially after just what happened, the Bears and the Packers.
So who would you consider to be the under? I mean,
The Packers should be the favorite. The Packers should be the favorite because they're playing in Green Bay, they're playing in Lambeau.
mhm.
But the Bears is coming off a win. The Packers are coming off a loss, in a major loss. Packers coming off a major loss. So the Packers still should be considered the favorites. However, the Bears are coming off of a win, and they're playing in Green Bay. Oh, we got Eric with a few. Anthony says Vikings beating the Eagles. I can see that. I can see that being an upset. Bears over, like I just said, Bears and Packers. I just said that one. Jets over Browns. I was looking at that. But the fact of the matter is that the Browns don't have Deshaun. If it was Deshaun playing, then yeah, that would be a major upset. Major upset. But being that Deshaun isn't playing and we didn't see Brissett, I don't know about that one. And then Saints over Bucks. I'm looking at that one too. I saw that one too. I was thinking about that one too, Eric. I think that's a yeah. Both of them coming off wins, but the Bucks are traveling to New Orleans, so yeah, I could see that being an upset. I'm assuming the Saints over the Bucks. Oh, you saying the Saints over the Bucks? Oh, Saints over the Bucks. Hmm. Is that an upset pick though? They're playing in New Orleans, and doesn't the Saints always beat the Bucks? I want to say the Saints has the Bucks number. If
Let's
I'm not
see.
mistaken, I want to say the Saints has
The
been
Saints, the Saints
go
are
ahead,
two. The Saints are
favorite.
the Saints are the favorite.
Yeah, that's what I
Two and a
thought.
half
Yeah,
2.5 point favorite.
yeah, yeah. Because the Bucks always have problems with the Saints when they go play them
Yeah,
on the road.
he's all. I think
Yeah,
he hasn't beat them yet.
yeah. That's what I
Uh,
thought. That's what I thought. Yeah.
Baltimore is the favorite in no,
No, the Saints are the favorite. They're playing at
well,
home, bro. Eric, they playing at home. They playing in New Orleans. That's can't be the Bucks being the favorite on the road. Are you? What you didn't you say the Saints are the favorite?
yeah.
Yeah, I can't see that.
Let's see, Oxford. Let's see. Let's see. Because Detroit. We talked about Detroit. Detroit. Who's
Detroit and
Detroit playing?
Commanders, Washington.
Commanders.
Yeah, in Detroit. You know what else would be the upset? The Falcons over the Rams. Both of them coming off losses.
Mm. Yeah, the Falcons around. That would be definitely.
Huge upset. Even though the
Oh,
Falcons
correction. Tampa is the favorite.
oh, are they? Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
two and
Eric,
a, two
we
two and a
stand
half point
corrected.
2.5 point favorite. Yep, Tampa's the favorite.
Okay, we stand corrected, Eric.
The Rams are the favorite against the Falcons.
Falcons.
Uh, the 49ers and Seahawks are even. Uh,
Okay. What about the
the
Saints? Oh no, the what about the
well,
Vikings? Or
correction,
no,
correction. The 49ers are the favorite. The Bengals are the favorite.
over the
The
Cowboys? Yeah,
the Broncos are the favorite.
the
The
Broncos. We're not
Raiders
talking
the
about.
Raiders are the favorite over Arizona. The Green Packers are the favorite over the Bears. The
I
Bills
told
are the
you.
favorite over the Tennessee Titans. The Eagles are a favorite over Minnesota. Who else was it?
Um,
Uh,
the
New England
the
is a favorite
Chargers
over
and the
Pittsburgh.
okay,
Uh,
the Chargers and the Chiefs.
Chargers and Chiefs.
Who's
The Chiefs are the favorite.
right? So that's what I thought, and I figured the Chargers. If the Chargers was to beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead, that would be a upset. Both of them coming off wins, but yeah, I figured that. I figured that.
Mm.
Yep,
And
the
then,
Eagles are the favorite. You'll take the Saints at home, Eric. I mean Elijah. I mean, we gonna make our picks.
yeah, let's see.
Y'all staying
So
fast.
yeah,
It's coming. I'm betting with the Bears. 10-point spread will not happen for the Packers. Mm. They both come. Well, no, the Bears is coming off a win, a huge win, and the Packers are coming off a loss, a huge loss.
just in some
So
cases, I just think it's way too early for certain things, and I'm just like yeah. So I'm still skeptical on some of that, but you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. It definitely will see. Um, what else was it? What else was it? Uh, who you think is your top fantasy player this weekend?
this weekend coming up.
Yeah,
Oh
who you think is eating it this weekend? Going to get them fantasies.
man. Hmm. I'm looking at the games right now.
Eric off the rip Jefferson.
Oh, of course he gonna say that.
Who's Minnesota? Oh, Minnesota's playing. If Jefferson ain't, if come on,
Darius Slay. That's all I'm gonna say. Darius Slay.
it might
Uh,
it might be Burrow or
Could be Burrow because of
or
Dallas.
Burrow or Chase.
Jamar Chase, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that.
And then
Or
who the Rams playing again?
the Rams are playing the Falcons. I was thinking about that one too. It could be. It could
Yeah,
be they playing the
the
Falcons
one of them
at
rookies might
home.
eat. Yeah, so
At home. Yeah.
Mariota might. He said we got a whole playbook for that man.
Okay. I'm thinking, it could possibly be Trubisky against the
mm,
Patriots.
mm.
Um, I could be Trubisky against the Patriots. I even think, I really think Lamar versus the Dolphins could be put up some major fantasy points,
I hope
in
so.
my opinion. Um, and definitely, you can't. Josh Allen, even though they playing the
Oh,
Titans,
oh yeah, definitely.
they playing the
Josh, yeah.
Titans. Yeah, Josh Allen. I think he might put up major numbers.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes is going to be a shoot. It is going to be a shootout between them. Them and the Cardinals. Him and Herbert. Yeah, that is going to be the game to watch. That's the Thursday game, ain't it?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, yeah. That's going to be That's going to be That's going to be a Diggs against Titans defense. Okay, that's a good pick.
Mm,
Yeah, that should be a good pick. Lamar will put on the show. I said that. I definitely said Lamar versus the Dolphins, and Saquon will go crazy again. Oh, the Giants. Who they playing? The
the
Giants are
Giants
playing
are playing.
the Panthers. You're right. Saquon could possibly have a huge game. Oh, speaking of which, then if that's the case, Nick Chubb and whatchamacallit could go crazy on the Jets.
Nick Chubb, West. I mean, Hunt.
Kareem Hunt could go crazy on the Jets at home. They playing in the dog pound.
Mm.
We go with this. Dalvin Cook will go crazy on the Eagles. We'll see. We will see.
And of
We
course,
will. See.
it's here. We didn't do it yesterday, but we got
What's
today to
up?
do it. Who are your NFL power ranking after week 1 through 5? Who's your power ranking 1 through 5?
After week one, power rankings, I would put at number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 would probably be. Let's go with number 5 being the Ravens. Number 4 being the Chargers. Number 3 being the Chiefs. Number 2 number number 2 being the golly. Number 2 being the Eagles, number 1 being the Bills. I said it. I sure did. I said it. I sure said it, Eric. I said it. That's right. I sure said it.
Mm-hmm. So I would go, of course, number 5. I think at number 5, I actually would put the Chargers. I think number 5 the Chargers. Number 4 the Ravens. Uh, number number 3 I would give to the Buccaneers. Correction, yeah. Actually, I let me go back. Number 5 would be the Buccaneers. Number 4 the Chargers. Um, Number 3 the Eagles. Number 2 the Ravens, and number 1 the Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
But of course,
I like it.
In the NFL, they let it be known what they thought was per NFL.com what they thought the top 32 was. At number 32, they have the New York Jets. At 29, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Correction, at 31, the Jacksonville Jaguars. At number 30, the Atlanta Falcons. 29, the Panthers. At 28, the Houston Texans. At 27, the Dallas Cowboys, 27 spots down from what they had at preseason. Detroit Lions at
Good Lord.
26. Yeah. At 25, the Chicago Bears. This is disrespectful. The Chicago Bears moved up 7 spots. Like they not that John Blaze. They went from
Mhm.
32 to 25 just because of the damn that bowl.
49ers, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
because of that bowl.
Hmm.
Um, at number 30, the Washington Commanders move up.
At number
Correction, at number
30.
20, at number 24, the Commanders move up
Mhm.
6 spots to 24. The Patriots drop 5 spots to 23. The Arizona Cardinals fall 6 spots to 22. The New York Giants move up 7 spots from 28 to 21. Uh, the Cleveland Browns are at number 20. The Pittsburgh Steelers are at number 19. The Seattle Seahawks moved from 24 to 18.
Wow.
The Tennessee Titans, even though they lost, they stand fast as number 17. The Denver Broncos fall from number 8 to number 16. Uh,
8
the
spots.
yeah, the Indianapolis Colts go from 15 from 18. From 12 to 15. Uh, the Las Vegas Raiders fall from 11 to 3. To 14. Miami Dolphins jump up 6 spots from 19 to 13. The Saints move up 1 from 13 to 12. The 49ers, the 49ers fall from number 3 to number 8 to number 11, but still in the top 11 in the losing effort. I take that. Let's go. Trey, let's get it. Um, the Philadelphia Eagles move up 4 spots from 14 to number 10,
I'll take it. Top 10. We'll do it.
top
We'll do
10.
it.
The Bengals drop to number 9 from number 5. The Green Bay Packers go from number 6 to number 8.
That's
They got
it?
wow. That's what I'm saying. They got some. They got
That's crazy.
they got they believe in Aaron evidently. Uh,
Obviously.
wow. The Vikings move up 13 spots from number 20 to number 7.
That's
Obviously,
BS.
they believe.
That's
Oh,
BS.
do they
Oh, that's
believe?
OBS. That's
It's for
BS.
real. This is yeah. So
That's
do they
BS.
believe in Jefferson or do they believe in Kurt? Which one is it?
I don't know, but that's BS. Yeah, it's got to be Jefferson because I know they don't believe in Kirk like that.
The Falcons the Baltimore Ravens go from number 10 to number 6. The Los Angeles Chargers go from number 9 to number 5. The Los Angeles Rams fall from number 2 to number 4. Uh, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers go from number 4 to number 3, which means the Kansas City Chiefs moves up 5 spots from number 7 to number 2, and the Buffalo Bills hold steadfast at number 1 in the after week 1 in NFL.com top 32 by Dan Hans. So wow,
Stop it. It was.
he believes in.
That's not hating. That was nonsense, bro. Nonsense. Hey, y'all.
He
The
said they believe in
Vikings
the
way too
Vikings.
high. They got the Vikings way too high.
That was nah.
That's crazy.
But like I said, in the losing effort, I take top 11.
I'll take top 10.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
take.
y'all
I'll
won.
take.
Y'all won though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'll
if
take
we
top
if
10.
we had won, we would still be at number 3. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I'll take time. Well, after this week, once we knock down the Vikings, well, we definitely
oh,
should be up there.
mm,
Once we knock down the Vikings, we should definitely be up there. The disrespect on my Bears, though, bruh,
stop it! Don't even. You
bruh,
know what? I can't wait till the
yeah,
Bears get smacked.
yeah. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna hold it all the way up till Tuesday. Because when we beat y'all, y'all should drop way down,
Y'all the second or the
way,
first game in
way
Monday
down.
night? Y'all the last game?
Second, I
Or
think we the second. I
Okay.
think we the second.
All
Hold
right,
on.
so y'all closing it out.
Yep, we the late game. We the 7:30 game. Yep, we the late game. I'm gonna be ready. We ready. We ready. Let's go, baby. You already know. I mean, I probably won't. I mean, no, I'm gonna watch the Tennessee Bills game. I am. I was about to say I probably ain't even watch the first game, but no, I'm gonna watch that game too.
Oh,
But they come on at. Oh, they gonna pretty much come on at the same time because one is at 6:15 and the other one's at 7:30. So
mm-hmm.
they'll be going on simultaneously at the same time. So I'm gonna be flipping back and forth, but more on Philly than the Titans game.
Of course, that like you
Is
said,
it raining in Philly? I don't know.
there y'all go. You know what? I hope it. I hope it's. I hope it comes down. So I want to see y'all energy. I want y'all to keep that same
Oh
energy
shit!
if it's gonna come down. If it's coming down because y'all Philly isn't a dome, is it?
No, hell
I
no.
hope it come. I hope it feel. I
Lincoln
hope it's.
Financial is not a dome.
I hope. Matter of fact, I hope Storm sits over Philly over the stadium and continues to just pummel it with water to where I hope you know what I'm saying. It just rests and it just chills there like a 6'4" sitting in 3-wheel motion. Just sit there
Bro.
and just let it go like whoosh, and y'all sit up so I can hear the same. I want to hear what y'all say after that. But of course, like I said, that's our show for today. We greatly appreciate y'all high speeds rocking with us this morning. Y'all know where to catch us every morning, 09 to 1100 hours Central Standard Time, Monday through
Hey,
Friday.
real quick, Trey.
Yes, sir.
The Cleveland Browns got a new logo that they gonna
Is
have
it the F?
unveiled.
If it's is it
Yes,
the F? Why?
yes. I don't know, but they just know that they have a new field logo. So the Browns will be playing on their new field logo. Is it this game this week? Yep, they
I
playing
think
at home.
it,
So
yeah,
yes, against the
yeah.
Jets.
So
So
yeah, so that's you know what I'm saying that's ridiculous. But I mean, everyone
yeah,
has what they want to do. Like you said, y'all be sure to catch us here. We'll sit up and talk about. We pick for tomorrow.
there it
Kansas
is.
City,
Thursday's game. Yep,
Kansas City versus the Los
Chargers.
Angeles Chargers. That should be a good one, just like the first one that kicked off. Of course, that'll be called on Prime. Um, Basically tonight, be sure if y'all ain't doing anything, be sure to catch the Die Hard fan. Y'all know
I
the
mean, Watkins
news.
went to the Packers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's been there. I thought.
I thought so too.
So you'll say be sure to catch if you ain't doing anything tonight, or if you ain't doing anything after this, be sure to jump on over to the E2G network and catch one Patriot Place as they talk about the New England anything going on in New England on E2G. Later on tonight, if you go to Sports for America, you can catch Snook or I mean Cornelius Cole, CC as we call him, on his show, the Die Hard Fan. You can go over to the Speak Easy later on tonight. You can catch Sports and Shenanigans with Ron Lowe. You know what I'm saying? Everything is out there for y'all to catch. Y'all know where to find us tomorrow morning, 09 to 1100 hours, as we get caught up on bake our picks and talk about what's going down for Thursday and set the tone and table for us to talk about what's going on Friday. I mean, going on over the weekend. College football, y'all know what it is. USC runs roughshod over Fresno State. Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma, upset by Nebraska. It's a whole vibe. Bishop, any last words before you go?
Oh no, man! Y'all enjoy y'all hump day. Football is here, man. We loving it. Y'all be sure to stay tuned. Stay tuned Monday through Friday. Be sure catch us on tomorrow to get our reports about who we think will win tomorrow's game. Y'all have a great Wednesday, man. We gonna holler back at you. Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building. Y'all have a great one. Peace.